have signed Alexia Putellas on a 3-year deal. The Spain midfielder, a 2-time Ballon d'Or winner, ended a 14-year spell at Barcelona back in May. Among 38 trophies, the 32-year-old took home 10 league titles. Ipswich have completed the signing of Brazilian striker Emerson from Toulouse. The deal is believed to be worth north of £26 million, breaking their transfer record. Emerson is the Tractor Boys' first ever player from South America. Now we're told it's increasingly likely that Marcus Rashford starts the season at Old Trafford. Whilst both parties are still keen on a move, there are a lack of potential suitors, meaning an integration back into the first team remains firmly on the table. Rashford will have 3 weeks off after his England duties are concluded before returning to training at Carrington. The debate is still raging over whether Egypt were hard done by in that defeat to Argentina. A complaint's been made to FIFA by the Egyptian FA over the officiating in Atlanta. Head coach Hossam Hassan reckons the tournament's rigged in the favour of Argentina and Lionel Messi, but Sean Dyche has been left unimpressed with those comments.
All I'm suggesting is the rest of this, I go, yeah, OK, emotional. The last bit, unacceptable. You can't say it's
clear this tournament has been fixed.
That's not anything to do with him as a person. That's to do with the game. I don't think that's right. I don't think managers, can say things like that. It's too much, too powerful.
And the man who masterminded England's exit from the 2018 World Cup has vacated his role. Croatia head coach Zlatko Dalic stands down after a 9-year tenure. His side were controversially beaten by Portugal in the round of 32. The World Cup quarter-finals get underway tomorrow night with France-Morocco live on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT News.
A 22-year-old neo-Nazi has been jailed for 13 and a half years for planning a mass gun attack in the UK, and Donald Trump says he'll strike Iran again after declaring the ceasefire over. More from Sinead at past.
talkSPORT weather, brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction, delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Hot and sunny in the main this afternoon, wet in the far northwest of Scotland.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to World Cup Drive with me, Andy Goldstein
Darren Bent.
And what a show we've got coming up over the next 3 hours. Big name guests include
Troy Deeney.
Who else?
AJ Tracy.
And the big one, the one that everyone wanted to get. We've got him. Tell him.
Tom Cruise.
Nope.
Alex Crook.
Alex Crook will be on our show. And even though today's a rest day, we won't be resting. We'll be looking back at one of the best and the biggest World Cups of all time.
Let the drama unfold.
There's the hat-trick for Lionel Messi! Cunha! It's three! It gets worse and worse for Scotland! And what a moment for this World Cup! Germany won, Curacao won.
Sidney Cabral with a moment that will forever be etched in the history of this great tournament.
King Killian does it again!
Harry, your country needs you here. You've got to put this away. Right footed, he has! Now can the 10 hang on?
And Enzo Fernandez! Oh yes! Argentina have done it in stoppage time!
I cannot cope with this World Cup, what it's doing to us all.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, this is World Cup Drive. It's me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar that is Darren Bent, here for our final show in New York City before we head off to Miami tonight. Yeah, we're living the dream. And it has been an unbelievable tournament so far. And England are still going strong. Coming up today, we'll be joined by some wonderful guests, including the ledge that is Troy Deeney, British rapper AJ Tracy, Super Bowl winner Brandon London, and our very own Alex Crook. We've got a new nickname for Crookie. We'll explain that in just a moment. As we build up to the quarter-finals. How are you, Benty?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
What do you think of mine? If people are watching, they'll know that I look proper American. If they don't,
Yeah.
Can you explain to them on the radio what I look like now?
We wear a Giants jacket, like a, what do you call it? Like a college jacket. It was just
A college jacket, yeah.
Like a college jacket, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
I think that's right, yeah.
No, you look good. Obviously got the old Travis on the feet, which you brought over here.
Yeah?
You look very American. You don't have to put that silly American accent on, though, when you go.
Hey, it's just the way I talk, mate. 10-4, buddy. Hey, hit me back, yeah. Are you good? Are you all right? I mean, we've been here. I'm losing track of days. So today's Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
And we arrived Saturday.
Yeah.
And we are off tonight, as I mentioned there, to Miami tonight. And then hopefully, depending on how England get on, you know I've got tickets, by the way, for the England game.
I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's quite fun, actually. We're going to Miami tonight, and obviously we said hello to Brandon, and we said we're going to Miami tonight, and then he fainted.
Yeah. He wants to come with, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he used words that we can't use on the radio. That's how exciting. So, just to let you know what we've been up to over the last couple of days. So, yesterday we saw the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Bent's idea. It was Bent's idea to get on a boat and take us all out to see the Statue of Liberty. I'd never seen it before,
me
up in close, in person rather. I thought this would be great. I thought, what a great idea. We were going to go around about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you were going to see your mate, and you were like, no, let's go in the morning so we can all go.
Yeah.
And then you stepped onto the boat, and as soon as you stepped onto the boat, you said, oh, it's a boat. And I'm seasick and I don't like boats. So you spent the entire 45, 50 minutes down on lower deck.
Well, I spent a bit of time up on the top deck for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we got to Statue of Liberty. I went back downstairs to the outside part downstairs. Took the pictures, it was lovely. Then for the final 20 minutes, just took myself to the middle of the boat, downstairs, had a hot chocolate and just sat there. Didn't move.
Were you in a world of trouble? Were you thinking I need to get off the boat?
If I'd have stayed on top deck, I'd have thrown off.
What was happening? Just seasick?
Yeah, I had motion sickness. Just I don't like that kind of wobbling all over the place.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it wasn't for me that. But no, I enjoyed the. Did you have a good time? I sacrificed my health.
That's what
use.
Your health.
Well, I don't want to be sick, but I did it for use.
That was very cool. We all had a great time. We all had a wonderful time. What surprised me was how small the Statue of Liberty is.
Yeah.
It's because it looks really big like in the movies, but in actuality, it's about the size of a phone box. And it's really small, right? Everyone was like, no, it's only it's about 42 metres high.
Yeah.
Which when you think this is going to be like the size of a skyscraper, it's really not that big.
What? On the reverse effect of that, when I went to Brazil, Christ the Redeemer, when I went up there to see it,
then that's big.
Oh my goodness! So I thought, is it that big, or is it just look because it's all up there when you get?
No,
up
that's
there?
massive.
Oh my goodness, it's massive.
Talking of massive, the bill last night for the Italian that Troy Deeney took us to was absolutely huge. Troy Deeney's over there. Round of applause for Troy Deeney, everyone, because we went to this wonderful Italian, which was proper Italian, in like downtown New York City. And when we were just about to go in, there was the guy the owner looked like something out of Sopranos sitting there, and he was like, "Hey, where you going?" And I was like, we're just going in for an Italian. And I went, we were with Troy, and he went, oh, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
And then we went in, and it was an amazing meal.
I mean, Troy had ordered all the food before we got there, and I mean, the food was top drawer.
So we went in, and we were like, oh, what should we order? Can we have the menu, please? And the woman went, hey, it's been ordered for you already.
Why talk like that? Just talk normally.
That's how she spoke, right? and then Bent was like, I'd quite like a spaghetti bolognese, though.
No, let's be honest, sir. I wasn't the only one at the table. There's like 4 people like, oh, I really want the spag bowl. So obviously, I don't know if Troy had ordered the spag bowl, but then 2 came anyway. Yeah. Honestly, by the time the spaghetti bolognese came, though, I was stuffed because of all the nice food. I can't remember what it's called. Some of the food was called, but the chicken wings. I've never seen them in Italian.
It was amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. Very kind, Troy.
Thank you, Troy.
Very kind. Troy will be getting paid today, obviously, for today's show, but it pales into insignificance into how much money last night's bill was. Very kind, thank you, Troy. So he's coming up a bit later, as will Alex Crook.
Yep.
Now, Crookie has been like not a revelation. We knew how great he was, but he has been fantastic since we've been out. Yesterday, we all went to a pub somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it was somewhere. And Sam Matface tipped up as well. We watched the football with him.
Nice.
And we watched the Argentina game. We'll talk about that in today's show. We're going to talk about all the football so far. It's obviously a rest day. But Crookie take on some, what were they, chicken wings? I think the level of...
He didn't go Diablo, did he?
No, what does that mean?
Like the hottest you can get.
They were called Inferno.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Right? And then what he didn't know, and I can only apologise to Crookie, I've just thought of something I'll tell you. But when they went off, I went, can you make them 10 times hotter? And the guy was like, you serious? And I went, because they all talk exactly the same. And I went, yeah. And anyway, I got a text from Crookie this morning. I forgot about this. Do you want me to read? And he wanted us to go into some kind of like charity shop. What they call, Joe?
Thrift
shop.
Thrift shop.
Isn't there a mate called Thrift? Isn't there a mate called Thrift?
No, who's the guy who does the bet build? What's his name again?
Yeah, it's Thrift. Yeah, it's not his shop. No. But went into his shop. It's basically like a charity shop, right?
Yeah.
And so Crookie got all of his clothes that he's going to wear when we go to Miami this week, which is fine. But what do you make of the smell in these shops?
So I don't mind a thrift shop because sometimes you get some quite cool retro tees.
Say the word
thrift?
again?
Is it thrift?
Thrift.
Yeah, thrift.
Yeah.
I think you get some quite cool retro t-shirts in there. Like I've bought a few like older t-shirts from there, like maybe old Supreme stuff in there. Like you do get some quite cool vintage stuff in there.
You do, but it's just weird to pick up a shirt. Go, I think I'll wear that, and it's only been worn 82 times by someone I've never met.
I'd always wash it first. So I'd
I
buy
know,
it.
it's still weird, right?
Well, no, it's not. Because it's washed. It's been washed.
I know, but do you know what I mean?
When you go to a hotel, it's not fresh sheets every time.
I know, but okay, let's just say for argument's sake, who should we go with? Let's just go. Who's on our buttons back home today?
Jack.
Right.
I ain't wearing nothing either.
There you go. That's my point. Okay. That's exactly.
I'm not wearing nothing.
That's exactly. Yeah. So we've been doing all of that, and then of course our jolly. Let's call it a jolly. Our jolly is all dependent on how far England get this year in the World Cup. So we're off to Miami tonight, and then we've got tickets for the game against Norway on Saturday. I think it's 10 o'clock your time, 5 o'clock ours.
By the way, do you know what? Again, I don't want to obviously preempt it or anything, but obviously watching the game yesterday, I'm thinking England, Norway, then Egypt. If ever you wanted the scenario, I no disrespect to Norway or Egypt, but for England, you're thinking.
Yeah, and then Argentina went and
Messi just goes, turns the dial up a little bit, and there we go.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping you up to that. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but our names were now. Speaking of Bex yesterday, my new best mate, we are going to sort this out. No, this is true. We're going into Miami. We're going to have a look round into Miami. We're going to film that, and we're going to play bits.
Is he going to be there, Bex?
He might, probably not.
Why
probably
not?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if Bex is it.
He's the only man I know, right? Listen, don't get me wrong, he's a legend, right?
Yeah.
He could be at Wimbledon today, in, I don't know, Brazil tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what I mean? Does he just live on a plane?
Out Mongolia today, yeah. There must be more than one, right?
There has to be.
There must be more than one. So we've got that. Just quickly as well, what do you make of our set? We are using, if you're watching on YouTube or on your tablet, we're on the Proper Football Daily podcast studio, which they're using throughout the World Cup.
Yes.
What do you make of it? Just explain what people can see if they're not watching, what they could see if they were watching.
So if you were looking at the screen, you could see there's a big Drive TV behind us, but you've got pictures of Trippier and Walker. You've got all the flags of all the nations that have been in the World Cup. You've got the shirts, a lot of the jerseys for my American audience. You've got scarves over there. Do Americans call scarves anything any different?
I don't think it's relevant. I think we could just call it like
scarf.
Scarf.
Yeah, just loads of memorabilia from the World Cup, and somehow.
What's this?
That's got there.
What's that on the set?
Goldstein's golden paste has somehow managed to
now
find
half
its
the
way
price for the same amount of fun. How about that on the set? I didn't even know it was big over here in America.
Do we have to? Have you done that? So somehow he's not only that, he's put it under a Messi picture holding the World Cup. He's
the GOAT, and that is without doubt the GOAT of hair product. Available at DamonBarber.com. So I do. Or next, but I really genuinely I love this set. It looks cool. Proper funky.
So
right?
cool.
By the way, have you seen the England shirt over your left shoulder? It's like a special one. They're not going to wear it. Just behind that monitor, have you seen that? It's like a silvery one, a Nike one.
That looks. I don't think it is that, but it looks like the Palace collab, right? Now, if that's spare, I want that.
I've already bagged it, I'm afraid. I've already said.
You bagged it if I take it.
Are you going to steal it? Okay.
No, I'm not stealing it. Who does that?
That's fine.
Love, you know what?
That won't be there if you go next time we're on it.
If we get a bit of time, I go to Nike. Have a look at the trading top.
All right.
Palace. Oh my God! I'm not really one for wearing like the badge and all that, but the collaboration that England.
We've got 2 hours to kill after our show before we go to the airport.
Do you want to do that?
Let's do that. Should we do that?
Let's do it.
But before that, we've got a busy show. We've got Troy Deeney joining us. We've got AJ Tracy. We've got Alex Cook, and there's a few famous American people around the offices.
I saw DiCaprio earlier.
Which one?
Leonardo.
Where was that?
He was just down having a coffee.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, man. Cool.
I saw Larry David just walking through as well. Yeah.
Man, cool guys, man.
Yeah, he came over and spoke to me. I was like, Larry.
Oh, you met what's called last night, didn't you?
That was Larry David.
Oh yeah, same person.
Yeah.
That picture's unbelievable. How nice he was. There you go.
I thought you got stuck.
I can't remember what the word was.
So it's a busy drive time show. There may be no football. It may be a rest day, but we're not going to have a rest on our show with you for the next just under 3 hours now. Lots to talk about. Stay with us. This is World Cup drive time live on talkSPORT. We're back after this.
Are you surprised that Barcelona signed Anthony Gordon? They've let Rashford go. They brought Anthony Gordon in. When you look at you just brought Barcelona into the equation. They're now looking at what they're looking at. They won the league last year. Madrid are coming again with better players and building again. Are you surprised they've gone out and spent 75 million quid on Anthony Gordon?
You know that Andy Gordon was in Everton and we promoted him a lot. So then I can say, yes, I am happy because he has gone. The prices, I don't talk about prices because football is crazy now with the prices. In terms of the potential of Anthony, I think Anthony, you know that he talks very good Spanish.
Indeed.
So he was learning Spanish, he was talking with us, with my staff, and after in Newcastle also with the staff. So I think he has an advantage. And you can see the first game he didn't do well, but the last game he was doing much better with England.
Yeah.
He has pace. He can score goals. And the time that he was with us, I don't know if I told you about the story of Miami. We played a friendly in Miami against Millonarios de Bogotá, and it was very hot, very, very hot. And he was on the bench, and he came from the bench in the last 50 minutes, and he couldn't run after 50 minutes. So, sorry, in the second half, after 50 minutes, he couldn't run. And he was very hot. And then we were talking with him about his fitness, and then he said, his pace is there. He's very good. He has 37 kilometers per hour, so he's really fast. The problem was his stamina. And then he started working specifically with his stamina, and he improved it a lot, and they sold them later on for 40 million. So I think at this time he was not going with the under-21s. And I was asking him, I said, Anthony, why you don't go with the under-21s? And he told me, because they didn't see me now, how I'm working now. So I think at this time, this period, I don't know in the last, if you say, a few months, his mentality was more a hard worker. And he had the talent, he has the ability. We have a game after the training sessions to finishing, and who was the best? And normally it was Richarlison and him. Always he was there with Richarlison. So it means that he can finish, he can score goals, he has pace. What he has to be is more consistent.
Ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Who's in this tune, Andy?
Bill Withers. You like that? I only know that because it's a punchline of a joke. Welcome back. You're listening to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. We're coming live from the 50th floor of the World Trade Center. Hold on. Jim White script. We're coming live from the Sun studio here in New York City. Still to come, British rap icon, Spurs fan AJ Tracy will be with us in the studio. We'll say hello to Troy Deeney in just a moment. But just quickly, let's get an update on all the latest from Wimbledon. Watching for talkSPORT is Lisa O'Sullivan. Hi, Lisa.
Hi Andy, there's only one thing worth talking about. One break point and Arthur Ferry has taken it and gone one set up in his Wimbledon men's quarter-final with Flavio Cobolli. They've had an exchange of breaks in this second set. Ferry, though, holding strong, 4-3 in the second set. It must be a bit surreal for him. 14 years after he got a ticket to watch his hero Roger Federer here, the king of centre court was watching him beat Dimitrov. And today, he was getting in the zone backstage and had to move his bag because he was blocking the stairs for Queen Camilla, who was heading for the royal box. I think playing Cobolli in a Wimbledon quarter-final must be the least strange thing, and the fact he's leading by a set to love is even more brilliant.
Thank you, Lisa. Right, talking of brilliant, we are delighted to have been joined by former Premier League striker, the ledge that is Troy Deeney. Troy, good afternoon. How are you?
Gentlemen, how are we? You good?
I like that top. Where's that from? USA at the front. Where's that from?
I've killed myself here because they sent it me yesterday. Apologies to the brand, I can't remember. I'll tell you in a minute, though.
That's fine. It's very nice. Firstly, on behalf of myself, Benny, and the whole crew, thank you so much for dinner last night. It was wonderful.
My pleasure.
So you know the area pretty well. You've been living out here for how long?
Yeah, I moved out here properly about 6 months now. But yeah, having some fun. Started to acclimatise. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Having a look around, making sure everything's good. And then, yeah, thought I'd have to take care of you guys. Emma obviously loves the place. I've taken her there before.
Yeah.
She wanted you guys to have a nice meal. So I know the guys there, they looked after you and the food was good. Bentley let me down, I'll be honest. Got carried away.
Why?
Carried away with the bread, carried away with the meatball starters. And then he's like, oh, I want the bolognese. So I've ordered that. And then it comes, he's like, oh, can't really eat this, I'm full.
Yeah. I didn't know that bit.
The veal was good.
The veal was amazing. It's very kind.
Do you know what's amazing? Nigel's been here longer than you, hasn't he?
Yes.
Never got the invite from Nigel to take us for dinner. Never.
That's how he's feeling. You know he's watching. You know he's watching. He's a good friend of yours. He'll be here by the end of the show. Yeah, with another gift, I assume.
Listen, it's very kind of you. We've got so much to
Anytime.
talk to you about. So let's round up all the very latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yes, it's time now to look back at last night's action. There's only one place to start, really, isn't there, after that unbelievable 3-2 win for Argentina against Egypt. Now, Egypt, as you would imagine, unhappy that they got a goal ruled out for a foul in the build-up. They also thought Salah was fouled in the build-up to Argentina's winner. After the game, the Egyptian manager said the following: perhaps they wanted to keep the world champions in the competition. Perhaps they wanted Messi to stay in the running. The world champion received support at every level. There seems to be pressure from Argentina and their side on this outcome. The Egyptian FA have now lodged an official complaint to FIFA. Right, we've not really had this conversation because we watched the game. You weren't with us, Troy, and watched it. Then we went back to the hotel. We went out for dinner, and sort of one thing led to another, and we just didn't get around to talking about football, which is a good thing because I don't know your views. Let's start with you. We'll talk about this incident before we talk about the game itself. So the arguments, either side of the arguments are, it was a foul. I think we can all agree it was a foul, but it happened so... The gap between the foul and the goal was so great. The big debate is whether or not it was clear and obvious enough to disallow the goal and go back. So what's your take on it, Troy?
I think that should have been stood, the second goal. Well, it would have been the second goal. Obviously, they scored a second goal. I think when you go to the other end of the pitch, I know the game moves quick now, but sometimes it's like, guys, how far back are we really going? I also think to the talk here from an Egyptian point of view, absolutely you could make the argument there's been a bit of an agenda, right? Because they had a goal disallowed, a load of fouls were given. Arguably, Mo Salah's penalty should have been a penalty. But then on the other side to it, this is where the referees, for me, really irritate me because they started this whole competition with a really high threshold. Yeah. And everyone was going, this is great, this is fantastic. And as it's getting to the business end of the competition now, they're reverting back to type. It's getting softer, more VAR than ever. And now everyone's getting confused because the players are getting confused. We're getting confused now, commentating on it because we're like, okay, is it this rule or is it the rule before? And they just don't help themselves. And I feel sorry for Egypt, but in all seriousness, it's great to have Argentina in it.
Do you know what the thing is though? Like, if you take them in if you isolate the incidents and kind of separate them, it is a foul. Yeah. However you look at it, it's a foul, isn't it? But again, once it's gone on so long, it just feels a little bit ridiculous to go the whole way back after they've scored to go back and give Argentina the free kick. The problem is, they should have seen that in real time. They should have seen it. Like, it's a foul. So I feel for the Egyptian team. They still could have done more when you're 2-0 up to have held on to that game. So
100%.
Then that's an issue in themselves. I understand it and I do feel for them, but they should have done more when you're 2-0 up to kind of negate that situation and get it over the line. But again, I feel for them, but it is a foul. Regardless what you look at, it's a foul.
So where's the problem? Is it... obviously, there's a problem with VAR, but is it the referees? Are they being told to let it flow as much as possible and then we will take it back if we need to? I.e., if there was no VAR, he would have blown for the free kick, and if not, the goal would have stood anyway because he wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, I just think VAR has kind of become this like cop-out mechanism for referees now, and it's hard for referees, right? Because ultimately they're not in charge of the game because they want to be in charge of the game. But also, if I'm not sure, I know my buddy in VAR, he'll come and help me out. I think, me personally, I know we're never going to get rid of it. I would much prefer it. The refereeing guys, the man in the middle, the two officials, you lot ref it. If you make a mistake, so what? You made a mistake. It's part and parcel of sport. I don't like the lodging to FIFA now complaints. I don't like the way the Balogun situation happened. There's so many things that have happened over the last probably 2 years now. But even AFCON, if you go back to AFCON, it just seems to be now sport is just becoming this like legal like battle. Like whoever's got the best lawyers wins type stuff. At some point, we could just talk about the football. That'd be great in my opinion.
Well, let me ask you both the question, Benny. I'll ask you first. Are refs being more lenient? Is there an agenda to make sure the bigger sides go through?
No, I wouldn't say there's an agenda, but there have been a number of questionable decisions. I mean, even yesterday in the Switzerland game, where there was a clear penalty, and I'm thinking, are they going to go to the monitor? They don't even check it.
Yep.
So it almost feels like the referees, of course, they're all under one umbrella, but they're refereeing it the way they want to referee it. Now, part of me quite likes that, but at the same time, there's not. Again, we always talk about it, consistency. Yeah. And I don't think there's been any. And Troy's right. The very first game of the World Cup, I remember thinking, oh my goodness, is this what we're in for? We might break every record now in terms of World Cup, red cards, decisions, penalty. Get all these records. I thought we're going to go. But then when you see some of the decisions that you're getting penalties, and then the one in the Switzerland game, I'm thinking, here we go. They're going to go to the monitor. He just waves it on. Nothing. It's.
Yeah. But then the other side to it, which makes it more frustrating, is that you watch Brazil versus Norway, Haaland versus Gabriel. Nothing's a foul. No. Them two could just batter each other all over the pitch and nothing's a foul. But then your next game you're watching, someone gets a little touch on the arm, there's a penalty. It's just so inconsistent and so frustrating.
A quick word on their opponents. It's going to be Switzerland. You mentioned Switzerland, Colombia went to penalties. Can Switzerland do any damage in that game, do you think?
Yeah, of course. I think if you set up against Argentina, they'll give you an opportunity, and that's the thing in this World Cup. Other than Spain, who have yet to concede a goal, it's one of them where if you defend kind of stoutly tight, Argentina will give you an opportunity. I've got no doubts about that. They're not defensively rock solid. They will always give you an opportunity. The problem is can you stop them the other end? When you've got the likes of Messi, Martinez, even Enzo Fernandez, who I'd say a lot of people have been kind of underwhelmed with him at Chelsea this season. When he seems to put on the Argentina shirt, he looks like a different beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a quick word about Brad Friedel, who's not with us today.
Has he got anything right this weekend?
His tips have been... How would you describe his tips?
Appalling.
Has he got any right?
No, he said USA would win their game. They got smashed. He was like, how many times did he mention Colombia?
Yeah, he said, look out for Colombia. They're the team.
Who's that now?
Where's he from?
And I said, Brad, what's happened to your voice? You don't usually talk like that. I got a cold at the moment.
He kept saying Colombia. They're the ones to watch. Colombia. Gone.
Yeah. As is Brad Friedel, Hopefully back to fight another day. That was a roundup of all the latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent a Car. They're here for it.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent a Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Yes, we are here for it. How long have we got you for, Troy? Because we're all starving again. We haven't had lunch.
all day. I'm here all day.
Oh, that's
great.
All
day,
okay. Do you know AJ Tracy? Have you met him before? He's on our show in a bit.
No, I don't think we've ever met, but I know him.
Big Spurs fan.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot to say to me, I think.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And you know Alex Cook, are you aware of his new nickname?
No.
Okay.
I've got a lot to say to him after last night's conversations, though.
Okay.
But we'll leave that.
There's a lot he's going to be saying.
Sorry,
sorry. You are so right. I forgot about those football conversations last night.
Some of the worst football conversations I've ever heard.
I loved it. Joe, me and you, Team McKenna.
You tried to get me to buy it last night. There's no way.
I think we should do? Once Crookie comes in, let's just open it up to the audience.
Okay.
Ask the same question.
Yeah, no.
And let's see... Let's see what the
you're right. I can't believe Crookie said that Carrick was better than Pep. I mean, honestly, I've never heard it. And you were backing him a little bit.
Yeah. That definitely happened. We can have a quick break. More from the three of us and loads more great guests coming up in just a moment. You're listening and watching Drive World Cup edition.
can't believe they're moaning about losing.
No, you're right.
They're moaning about the decisions, and I've seen all the interviews after the game.
Right.
And can someone remind them that they were winning 2-0? Yeah. Like, you've only got
what is their? I mean, the goal that wasn't given, and it was at 1-0 at the time. What an unbelievable goal! It was one of the best goals you'll see in the World Cup. Team goal down that right hand side, and I think who was it that was fouled? Was it Martinez that was fouled? I can't remember who.
It was over in the far corner.
It was in the far corner. Anyway, whoever it was, right? He does step on his toes.
Do you think you should go back to it?
I think the fact that Argentina didn't actually regain possession of the ball and it was a continuous attack, I think on that occasion, I think it's fair. I think it's a foul.
I know, but like so much has to happen.
Yeah, but Argentina...
so much has to happen. He skipped past 3 Argentina players. Like
nutmegged
one of them. And you kind of look at it and go, hold on a minute, right? All right, that is a foul over in the corner. But he's run the length of the pitch, skipped past 3 Argentina players who can't make a tackle. And then they put one across the box and they score. And you go, hold on a minute, you've had 3 opportunities to win the ball back.
Yeah, they have. It was poor.
So how much advantage do you want?
Well, there's no law.
Maybe if you skip 1 tackle. But he's run the length of the pitch.
Right,
yeah, come on. I don't hear how that's fair.
Do you know what?
I have got an issue with it.
Do you know what? I absolutely hear you loud and clear, but we both agree it's a foul.
Yeah, okay, but then Argentina might as well just stop playing.
Yeah, well, you can't because the foul's not given.
I know, but if they believe it's a foul and the VAR are going to go all the way back to it, Argentina might as well just stop and go.
I don't know.
Can't score. It don't matter because he's going to go back.
He's
gone past 3 players.
Unbelievable run. That's one of the best goals that's never going to stand in the World Cup. Can't think of any more.
He's considered one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. But the story of Lev Yashin could have ended early were it not for a phone call and a friendly. In 1963, the Soviet Union's man between the sticks was seriously considering retirement. The World Cup in Chile the year before went badly wrong for him. But as he's about to hang up his gloves, he gets a call from Fernando Riera, the man who managed the Chile team that beat him in the World Cup 12 months before. Riera's managing a rest of the world side in a centenary game for the English Football Association and tells Yashin, I want you. I mean, look at this team. There's Yashin, and there's Eusebio, Di Stefano, Law, and Puskás. England put out pretty much their main international side, led by Blackpool's Jimmy Armfield, and also featuring Moore, Charlton, Greaves, the men who'd go on to claim glory in '66. Yashin plays the first 45 minutes and, as you can see, he was busy. At half-time, he goes off injured, but he's kept a clean sheet. The match, broadcast back home in the Soviet Union, proves to the people that Yashin is still the best of the best. Returning home a national hero again convinces him that he has one more World Cup in him. And at that tournament in '66, the Soviet Union came fourth, their best ever World Cup finish.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and Troy Deeney. We're live from New York City. In a moment, we'll say hello to our next guest. Still to come, we'll be discussing England's preparations for their quarter-final against Norway. It's live on talkSPORT this Saturday. We can hardly wait. We'll talk about that later on. But for now, let's say a big fat hello. Joining us is British rap superstar, huge Arsenal fan, our mate AJ Tracy.
Cheeky.
How are you? Huge.
They've been trying this since you walked in.
We was just brief not to mention Spurs. He mentions Arsenal straight away. Look at this guy. No problem. No problem.
Are you all right? We'll talk domestic football a bit later on.
Yeah. I'm good. It's nice to be here, boys. Good to see you lot.
It's our pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for flying the flag.
I thought you were going to say flying us out here. I thought we haven't got that money, right? What are you at? What are you doing? Are you with someone else? Are you just coming out?
Oh no, I live here now. I live here now.
I didn't know that. You don't live it, do you?
No, I don't. I'm chilling, man. I'm with you lot. I'm here for you lot.
Oh, that's very kind.
Why are you lying?
When did you get here?
I got here yesterday, and it was raining. I was like, "What's going on with the weather?"
Yeah.
Better today, though.
Yeah, just flushing it out. It's been a heat wave, so it's all good now.
Yeah, makes sense.
The garden needs it as well. You know?
Fair.
Are you going to stay for the final? Because of course the final is not too far from here.
Listen, I might be there.
Why might?
I'll be there.
Why did you say you might?
England will be there, so I'll be there.
Oh, I hope so.
Do you think it's coming home?
Yes. Do you?
No.
What?
Why not?
I think they've got a great... France, come on, I've got to be realistic, man.
Bro,
France,
but England, bro.
I get that, but... Okay, have England look better than France?
England. England, bro. England, that's it.
He believes.
That's it, I believe.
Let's talk England. Where did you watch the Mexico game? Where were you for that?
Where did I watch the Mexico game? I watched it at home.
Okay.
I stayed up.
How did you do that? You sleep before and then wake up?
No,
which property?
Yeah, no, I watched it. He got me. I was in London for it. I stayed up late. My mum texted me like, yes, it's delayed by an hour. And my little brother in the group chat was like, I'm already in the pub now, so I've committed. So I was like, cool, that's it, we're staying up. Obviously have to. But I was going to sleep for a little bit and then wake up. But I'm like, no, I'll just firm it. Glad I did.
Yeah, what did you make of the game?
A massive game, bro. What a stadium. The pressure must have been insane. Like, obviously, you lot who kick ball, you would know better than me, but the pressure looked I could feel it through the telly.
So, listen, we were obviously in this country for that game, right?
Yeah.
So we know what it was like. We were watching it at a reasonable time. You guys, the game finished, I think, UK time about 4:30.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Can you just, we don't know, can you just explain to what it was like watching that game? What was the noise levels like around where you were? And also, that day back in the real world, in London or wherever you were, what was it like? Was it just a euphoric feeling amongst everyone?
You know, sometimes when you're up late and everyone's asleep and you're like, why am I awake and everyone's asleep? It wasn't like that. It was one of those days everyone was awake. Everyone's on their phone. Everyone's outside. You could hear it if you open your window. It was good. It was good vibes. And I just thought in my head, if we bring this home, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Do you think there's any concerns about the game against Norway?
No concerns.
At all?
Nah.
Wow.
No.
What about you, Troy? What do you think?
I'm leaning more. This is more favourable to us. I think Norway are decent, very well organised. Obviously, they've got the big fella up front. But let's be realistic. Their centre back does play for Brentford.
Yeah.
Their midfielder plays for Fulham.
Yeah.
Like,
cheeky.
We should have enough.
Their captain is a Premier League winning champion.
Okay.
Fine.
All 10 games he played. All 10 games he played. Yeah. No problem. You're selling him this year. Yeah, he'll be off.
What was interesting, Benty and I were lucky.
Goalkeeper's been to 19 different clubs. Sorry.
We were at the MetLife Stadium for that game, right? And what was interesting, obviously you see a completely different game of football when you're actually in the studio. And when you're in the stadium, and for quite a lot of it, I was just looking at Haaland and his movement. For the first half, he was incredibly slow. He was just jogging, non-existent. I think he had 6 touches. And I kept saying to Benty, I was like, he's not getting the ball, they're not supplying him. And he was like, he'll get his chance. There's 2 chances in the second half.
Yeah.
That, from an England perspective, that's a huge worry, right?
Yeah, and then also the other side to it is if you are playing against Man City, these guys know Man City normally dominate the ball. They're high up the pitch, they keep you there. So then you naturally drop off and there's no space in behind. That's got to be England. England are going to be pressing. They're going to have the ball. Yeah. There's got to be space in behind, which is what the big guy loves. So that is an area to be concerned about, because if they go from back to front very, very quickly. Also, all the expectation will be on Haaland and Odegaard, because people know him. Noosa on the left-hand side, by the way. He's very, very good. And we don't actually have anyone who's fit and available at right back.
I was going to ask you about that. So there are reports suggesting that Reece James might be available. Okay, let's just say he's 60% to get us over 50. If he's 60%, do you think, okay, we might be playing Argentina in the semi-finals, let's not risk him? Or do you think we just put our best 11 on that field to start and see what happens?
Not 60%.
No, I'd say I think if it was against a different team with a different type of winger, then you let him get some minutes and take him off. But Noosa will just run him every time, and if you know he's got a bit of a muscle injury.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, run him every time.
Yeah.
And then when you get tired, we'll put Oscar Bob on and you do the same thing. So I think it's a worry. I thought it was a worry before we came with Livramento and with him. Got hammered for it, obviously, but then it plays out that's how it is. I still think we needed a proper right back there. If not, having Lewis Hall at left back.
Do you know as well, I think for this situation, and watching the way Stones performed when he came on, I'd start Stones and put Konza at right back, because I think Konza's been decent. He did well at right back when the last part of the game when we went down to 10 men. Rather than risk Reece James 60%.
Yeah, no.
In a quarter final as well.
Let me ask you this. This is a nuts question, but it looks like we've found our Franz Beckenbauer in Dan Burn. Right? Now we listen. Okay, sure.
I'm letting you finish the question.
I'll tell you what's interesting. So when the squad was announced, I for one was very vocal in the fact that I saw Dan Burn's name on the list, and I was like, why on earth is he part of this squad, right? But my thinking now is, even if he never kicks another ball for England again, for him being picked in that squad, I get it's justified for me now. For that
one game.
For those 20 minutes.
I actually agree.
And I thought if that was the game plan for Thomas Tuchel before the World Cup, that there might be a game where for 30 minutes I need to stick 10 behind the ball and he needs to be in my defence, then fair play, hats off for coming up with an idea like that. Would you?
Yeah.
Is that fair now? Do you look back at that selection of Dan Burn and think it's justified?
Sure.
He's not having it.
No, I'm saying, like, if you're again, if you want to justify it for one game and you need a squad for that one moment, then absolutely. I don't get carried away with when we're playing against a Mexico team that very one-dimensional. Go wide, cross it. Go wide, cross it. He's 6'7". I don't get carried away with someone who's 6'7" heading it.
Yeah.
So great, we won. He was fantastic. Everyone keeps calling him miserable, and that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Yes,
do you get what I mean?
He's a defender. That's what he's doing.
I did say to you.
No, I get you. I get your point.
Because Dan Burnley, honestly, was brilliant when he came on. But I also said to you, was it yesterday or the day before on the show, that Mexico were predictable.
Yeah.
There was no. They ran out of ideas after about 70 minutes, and it was get the ball wide, cross it, Dan Burn, Stones, head it. There was no kind of trying to draw anyone out. No centre back stepped in to try.
I've got to say though, I have to say, I agree with you. But you do that enough times, one error leads to a goal, bro.
Yeah, they were playing the Arsenal way, weren't they? Just put the ball in the box as many times and hope for something to happen. I'm not even a dig. I'm being genuine serious.
Why are you so shocked?
But you know what I mean? Just put the ball in the box and hope for chaos.
Yeah.
But also, the quality that was coming in, respectfully to Mexico, because they did a great job.
They did.
The quality that was coming in was very basic.
Yeah.
And also, we're just better.
Yeah.
I can't get carried away when our players
agree.
are just better and everyone's like, massive performance. Okay, we beat Mexico, guys.
Some people were saying that's the best performance for England since '66.
Okay.
Wait, can I throw something in there? Can I caveat that quickly, yeah? Because I think you're hearing it on a very how it sounds, yeah? But I think what they're saying behind that is like the pressure, the altitude, fine, whatever. We blew up, but you get the point. Yeah. The heat, the pressure, it's a big game. Like they're just, there was a lot of riding on it. I think it's more about that than the opposition. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The momentum around it.
Best performance in '66.
No, that's crazy. It's a crazy statement. It's a crazy statement.
I think that's a misquote. I think what people said, it's in the top 5 for excitement and exciting games.
That's a whole different statement.
As an England fan, I for one have ever seen. It's one of the most exciting games.
Better than Germany 5-1.
That's the first one I said.
Yeah. Of course not. Yeah,
that's what I said.
No, but when I say one-off, that could be another one.
But I was saying, was it better or not?
Well, that wasn't a World Cup game, is it?
Yeah, but it's a game.
Oh, but it's a World Cup game.
So now you're changing the framing of the question. Okay,
fine. It's a very specific niche question then. Fine.
My show, I do it all.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Nice top.
Right, you are listening to World Cup Drive Time here in New York City. A big thanks to The Sun, by the way, for letting us use their studio for their World Cup podcast, Proper Daily Football. Next up, we're talking Spurs. They've already spent lots and lots of money.
Can't wait. I've got a lot to say on this one.
Yeah.
Let's change.
Can't wait.
I'm going to have to
Come
stand
on,
here.
bro.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stand
Already
here.
spent lots of money, so we'll be asking the big question, will they stay up? It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, Troy Deeney, and rapper and Spurs fan AJ Tracy. More from the 4 right after this.
Egyptians afterwards were shouting fix.
No.
Not for me.
I was confused, all the outrage.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 2 fouls that they're saying weren't given. I don't think they were fouls.
No, I didn't.
McAllister on the edge, and then the Salah one, I didn't think they were both fouls. I feel like the Sandro Martinez, there was 2 fouls. There was a shirt pull, but it was more for me. If you look at it closely, it gets caught on his right, like sort of Achilles.
Yeah.
So there was like 2 fouls on Sandro Martinez.
From a footballing perspective, you didn't want that Egyptian goal to be ruled out because it was brilliant. But I saw why it was. I thought the McAllister, contact was fleeting with the Egyptian inside the box. Was nowhere near the ball either.
Salah either.
And Salah was
Salah
was looking for it.
Exactly.
Don't blame him, but I thought he was looking for it. And Egypt should look at themselves. They're 2-0 up.
Yeah.
They're 11 or 12 minutes away. Well, a bit more than that with that at time. They had an unbelievable opportunity.
Yeah.
And they just
you've got to hang on, haven't you?
Grasp it.
I'm sorry though, Jeff. Like watching the game, mate. This is the difference when people try and compare Messi and Ronaldo. It's not about Ronaldo, but in one of his quietest games, he still turns up. Lionel Messi, very quiet first half. When his country, his nation needs him, forget about the penalty miss. Anyone can miss penalties. He turned up, gets on the ball, gets the first assist for Romero, and then if you look at the second goal, Jeff, he's literally. I've seen the close-up clip. He's screaming for the.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Welcome back. You're listening to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent. We're coming to you live from New York City. Still to come, we'll head live to England's open training session ahead of their quarter-final this weekend. Just quickly, before we talk more football, let's get an update on all things Wimbledon. Watching for talkSPORT is Lisa O'Sullivan.
Oh, Andy, we are in a second set tie-break, and Arthur Ferry has the break and has the opportunity to take a 2-set lead against Flavio Cobolli of Italy, the number 9 seed, who was a runner-up at the French Open just over a month ago. Cobolli serving 4-6 in this tie-break. It's really tense. Temperatures on centre court now well over 30 degrees. It's much hotter down near the grass than it is outside, and outside my commentary box it's just gone over 31 Celsius, and the crowd here absolutely loving every shot, absolutely cheering on Arthur Ferry, the last remaining British player in the draw, and he is another set closer to a place in the Wimbledon semi-final. Arthur Ferry leads Flavio Cobolli 2-0.
Great one. Pink socks with a pink watch.
Good work. We were just shooting the breeze back here. Thank you for that. Right, it's time now to turn our attention to the Championship. Oh, no, sorry, that nearly happened. Premier League. After keeping Spurs in top flight last season, Roberto De Zerbi has been very busy in the transfer market already. AJ Tracy, of course, is a big Spurs fan, so let's talk about their signings so far. Martin Dubravka.
Yeah.
Well done getting him. Senesi, Robertson. Van Hecke was £52 million. Matthias Fernandes, 85, and Sandro Tonali could rise to £100 million.
Good club. Good player.
Yeah.
Good player, great club.
£100 million. Are Spurs back?
They've been back.
Oh, they haven't though, have they?
No, but they have. They've been back.
When were they back?
Okay, so we finished 17th twice, right? Yeah. Yes or no? Yes or no?
So,
We're going to stick to the facts. We're going to stick to the
jokes now.
We finished 17th twice, right?
Yeah.
Last season, abysmal. Horrible. I was there at the last game of the season. Yeah. Squeaky bum time, as they call it. Crazy. Yeah. But we survived. You can't spin back if you don't survive. Yeah. Right.
I'm just waiting for. We've been back.
The season before we finished 17th. Where did you finish the season before?
Oh, we're not talking about me. No,
I'm talking about you. Where did you finish the season before?
What's that got to do with it?
Where did you finish the season before?
Above you.
Where? What place?
16th.
Okay. What did you win? Nothing, because we snatched that trophy off you.
Right.
So you can't talk. Next, you wanted. Who did you want? That's
Tonali.
Who say? Tonali. And what's the other one?
Fernandes.
Oh, when they're your targets that we snatched off you again. There's food chain. You get me? There's food chain.
Can I ask?
There's food chain.
Can I ask? Is that food chain like when we got Carrick, when we got Berbatov?
Yeah.
I think you got Fraser Campbell.
Yeah. We
Teddy Sheringham.
gifted you Berbatov because you needed him. We gifted you Teddy Sheringham.
Let me ask you this. Why are you talking about another side when we want to talk about Spurs?
No, let's talk about Spurs. Let's talk about Spurs. All right, let's talk about Spurs.
So when you say we're back to what?
Back to where we should be.
Which is?
Competing with the big dogs.
All right.
Competing with the big dogs.
So you happy with the signings?
I'm happy with the signings, and there's more to come. So I've heard, allegedly. So I've heard.
How from who?
Who knows? I hear things. Who knows? Who knows?
I feel like we're playing a game of charades here.
No, seriously though, seriously. I'm happy with the signings. I've seen a lot of discourse around us spending loads of money. When we weren't spending, the discourse was Spurs never spend. Why are you lot so tight? Now we're spending, everyone's upset.
See, for me, sorry, Andy. I think the signings are decent sides.
Cool.
Except for Tonali. I think Tonali's very, very good. So just put Tonali to one side. The other guys.
Cool.
Fernandes has been relegated 2 seasons in a row.
That's true.
And everyone keeps telling me he's a superstar. But he's played a lot in those teams, right? And hasn't been able to affect the change.
That's true.
Van Hecke is decent. Senesi is decent.
I think Senesi's good, actually, I'll be honest. I think Senesi's good. Yeah.
So those guys, are they better than the 2 you currently have?
No, I don't think so.
So I don't think so. So if one of them two go...
Which I think Romero is going.
Then... Just logically, they're not better than what you've got. You've actually got worse in that position because you lost somebody. Who's
okay, you almost had me. But the problem is when Van der Ven and Romero were both injured, we big up Danzo because I think Danzo's a good fill-in. He's a good quality, but we don't have any back line though. Then
talking of food change, you robbed him from Wolves, so that was good. That was good as well.
There we go. He's brought his own agenda into it now. Lovely. But yeah, I just think, look, it's about squad depth. We didn't have any. We had so many injuries. And we needed squad depth, but quality squad depth. And I think these players, they might not be better than what we have right now in our backline, but they're good enough quality that when they fill in, we're still at a certain level. I think that's important.
So, I do think there's an argument, though, that maybe Van Hecke is better than what you've got. Because Van
Hecke's better than who?
Then I think maybe Van der Ven. I've never been big on Van der Ven. I know he's the fastest player.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
There's a reason why the Dutch play left back and not centre half. Because you can't trust him at centre half. We've seen it for Spurs as well. The amount of times he runs out of position, and because his pace is electric, he gets back. But as a defender, which is his job first and foremost, I don't think he's good enough.
Was it Kyle Walker like that?
Yeah, and then he evolved a little bit into a position.
Look, I love Kyle Walker, by the way, but look at that bias. That's don't do that with your mates. No, with his mates, he's like, oh, my man. We got Kyle Walker, by the way. But listen, just quickly, wait, let me just get back to the facts quickly, yeah? So, Haaland bullied Gabriel, right? Yes or no? Yes, okay. So if Dan Burn doesn't get bullied, then Dan Burn's better than Gabriel, because that's how you're speaking.
No.
See? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Van der Ven has been in your backline for the last 2 seasons. And
listen, bro, I'll down this hill. Van der Ven is class. I don't care. I'll down this hill. Van der Ven, you would, if Arsenal could buy him, you would. I promise you.
He wouldn't play.
What? Of course he'd play.
Well, who's he better than?
Saliba.
No.
Right now, what's Saliba doing? What's Saliba doing right now?
I'll be honest.
What's he doing right now?
It's been lovely having you on the show today.
You're great.
Watch it. You're right. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was out of line. My Spurs came out. The Spurs came out. But hear what I'm saying to you. Listen. Jokes aside, though, yeah. You got a quality back line, bro. But if you could buy Van der Ven, if he was for sale to you, you would buy him. That's a fact.
But he wouldn't start.
Bro, you'd buy him. So would United buy him. So would City buy him.
I agree with Benny that he's always. Everyone tells me how fast he is. That's because he's always out of position.
That's the way we play. Under Ange, that's what we played. Yeah. He was all like defense mechanism that, if someone needs to run back, he's gonna cover it, and he does cover. He does. It's what it is. It's how we play, bro.
Better Saliba, I'm still laughing.
Saliba was crazy. I was with him like,
boys, but boys, as well, yeah. Look. When it comes to football, yeah. So you lot are actual football.
Right, Joe's
technicals.
Joe, you cool?
You guys are ballers.
Hold on, was it the Saliba comment? Have you passed out?
Look. You lot are ballers, so you can understand this. Yeah. When I try to explain this to my friends, they don't get it because they don't care about the tactics in football. Yeah. Sometimes players might not be the best. best at certain things, but they do a specific role that's needed in the team.
Yeah.
That's what Van de Ven was needed to do, and he did it. Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, for example, Madueke, I'm not taking a dig. I'm being honest. His agility and his pace are really important for what you lot need to do.
Yeah.
Same with England. We don't have any
winning corners.
Hey, look, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. But the point is, he serves a role. He serves a specific role, and he does his role, like, you know. And it depends how you build a team. Some teams need a false 9, a 9, whatever.
Can I ask you a question?
Please,
right?
please.
With all of the signings so far, they're all defensively and also probably just trying to give you a foundation, right, to build on.
I agree.
That means you've got a bigger squad, so there's got to be quite a lot of people need to be moved on.
Yep.
But still, who's going to score the goal? Where's the goals element come into this part?
Cool. First of all, I just want to say that that's not done yet. The window's not closed. That's what I'm going to say for a start. Yeah, we're going to start with that. But second of all, what I'm going to say is, I think you can draw a game, and not go all the way down the table by not conceding, right? So that's what we really needed to fix. That was the most important.
Is Solanke better than Haaland? Is that what you're saying?
No,
So we're
Solanke's
nearly
not better than
200 million in to draw games.
250.
Here we go. Here we
to
go.
draw
Half a
games.
billion.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go on.
Do you know what would be important though?
Go on.
Obviously, your boy's back now, fully fit. Maddison.
Yeah.
Big season
That's
expected.
my boy. That's my boy. Where's Rory, bro? Tell him dust, bro. I'm on to him. Tell him dust, bro. Yeah, no, he's back. He's back. I think on his day, like I've said all the time, or when he's playing how he should be playing and he's not injured and he's able to do his runs or whatever, he's sick. I think he's class, bro.
Yeah,
Just a quick word, sorry, Troy, about Dubravka.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. No.
Who is your goalkeeper? Who's your current goalkeeper? Who's your current goalkeeper?
Is he going to start for you?
Who's your current goalkeeper?
We'll come to United in a minute.
He's good. Lampins is good.
No. That's exactly. But who's your goalkeeper before that?
Yeah, but next section's Man United.
Who was your goalkeeper before that?
Before that? What? Before the war?
Who was your goalkeeper?
Onana.
Yes, Onana. What was he on?
Yeah, we got rid of him.
Absolutely.
got rid of
Exactly.
him.
After like how long?
Dubravka.
Yeah.
Did he start for you?
Dubravka might be better than Onana, I'll be honest.
Okay.
In fact, he is.
He actually might be better than the two you've got at the
Yeah.
moment.
I can't lie. I like Kinski. I'll be honest. I like Kinski. I do like him.
Did you like him after Atletico?
No, but I think he showed character. I think he showed character.
100%.
We need to see, but he showed character.
Let me ask you this: will Spurs finish top 10 next season?
Yes, for sure. 100%.
Will Spurs finish top 8?
Maybe.
Quarter of a billion, maybe.
But look where we are. We're 17th. We need to get back somehow. You don't just go from 17th to first. Now, what are you talking about?
They
Come on,
were
boys.
16th to 3rd.
Sorry,
To be fair, to be fair to United. Hear this guy. Still trophyless though. Come on, bro.
Great line.
When did you last win the trophy? When did you last win the
16th
trophy?
to 3rd.
Boys, I can't take a Londoner who supports United with no ties to Manchester seriously. Come on now, bro. Come on.
Don't take it personally.
I'm not. No, I can't. I can never.
Okay. How long will you stay with us before you get back on the set for X Factor?
Cheeky. Do me a favour. Can the camera show his outfit? I want to see if they. Can you not show what he's wearing underneath his blazer?
You know this is for comedy value.
It's not for comedy value.
I'm changing
It's
my
not.
jacket every.
He sent us in the group chat. He sent us a picture earlier. Boys, is this fit alright? He's asking the brothers if the fit was alright.
If only I was cool enough to be in the group chat. Let's have a quick break so I can change my blazer. More from the four of us right after this. You listen to Drive World Cup style on talkSPORT.
Rate your free wind-up merchants on talkSPORT. Who are the top 3? I would say you've now took the crown. It used to be Durham.
Right.
Durham was the wind-up merchant king of talkSPORT, wasn't he? You are now number 1. You do realise that, right?
I don't wind people up.
What do you mean?
Okay, what have I done recently?
You wore a Mexican outfit and done Has Anyone Seen Mexico? And guacamole and pinatas and...
There was no
You can't tell me you're not a wind-up merchant.
Not Jay.
You've got...
No, I get a bad rap, mate.
What do you mean? You've got a cowboy hat on?
No. I do get a bad rap, though.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to remind you of another one.
Go on.
Every time Scotland played, you had the other team's jersey on.
Yeah, that was bad luck. That was really bad luck on my part.
That bad luck was it?
Yeah. So they played Haiti, right? The first game they played Haiti. I said to the bosses, I'm going to put my hand in this bag and pull out a shirt. The first shirt I pulled out happened to be the day before I played Haiti shirt. So I've got to go through with it. Next one was the Morocco. Well, I told you, mate, I spilled tea all over my coffee or whatever it was.
You don't think you're a wind-up merchant?
No, I'm just unlucky.
What about the Ange mask?
What about it?
Well, I'm just giving you examples of you winding people up.
Well, how's wearing an Ange mask winding people up? Who's getting wound up with that? Some of those are bad luck. Some of those I've had some cruel luck, mate. That coffee incident, mate. What can I do? Yeah. And now I had the Brazil shirt. What do you want me to do? I had to wear something. Can't come in here naked. The only shirt I could find was Brazil. I don't know what to say.
You could probably draw a photo of the modern FIFA World Cup trophy with your eyes closed. But what about the original Jules Rimet trophy? And why was it changed in the first place? And is the trophy that gets lifted by the winning team after the World Cup final the original or the replica? The World Cup trophy hasn't always looked like this. It actually used to resemble this. Originally called Victory or Coupe du Monde, it was designed by French sculptor Abel Lafleur and debuted at the first ever World Cup in 1930. It depicted the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, holding an octagonal cup made of gold-plated sterling silver. It had a lapis lazuli base, which is that deep blue gemstone at the bottom. Renamed in 1946 to honour the FIFA president who launched the World Cup, it became then the Jules Rimet Trophy. It went on several adventures during its life, hidden in a shoebox during the Second World War to prevent theft from the Nazis, to famously being stolen in 1966 in England, only to be found by Pickles the dog. Brazil won the right to keep the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently in 1970 after winning it 3 times. There'd be more drama, though, with the trophy again stolen in 1983 in Rio de Janeiro. It's believed to have been melted down. So back to 1970 and the creation of the current and iconic 18-carat gold trophy. Standing at 36.8 centimetres tall with a base made up of 2 layers of green malachite, it's been the World Cup as we know it since the 1974 tournament. But is that the trophy that the winners get to keep? The answer is no. The original gold trophy remains with FIFA and is only displayed at special events. World Cup winners have to settle for a bronze gold-plated replica. The base of the current original has enough space to engrave the names of the winners up to and including the 2038 World Cup. So could we therefore be in for a new trophy in the coming years?
Welcome back to our number 2 World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Troy Deeney, and a man who before the break said that Dragerson was better than William Saliba. It's AJ Tracy. The life of New York freestyling. Still to come, we'll have an early look ahead to next season's Premier League with Arsenal going for back-to-back titles. That will never happen. But now, talkSPORT brings you live commentary of a gigantic World Cup quarter-final for England this Saturday.
Bellingham again, and he slipped into his right-hand side, and he scored again! It's 2 in a minute! Harry, your country needs you here. You've got to put this away. Right foot in, he has! That was proper England. Fantastic. You filled your nation with pride. You are all heroes.
It's an extraordinary night and a huge night, but what I see in training on a daily matter, I think we still can play better.
That performance of guts and quality and everything thrown in the mix was some performance.
Back to Erling Haaland, left-footed shot! He's picked up the corner! It's Norway into the quarter-finals. Brazil are heading out. Erling Haaland, you a beauty!
Score 7 goals for Norway in the World Cup is quite special.
Bring on the Norwegians in Miami!
And now comes quarter-final. Now you see the end of the tunnel, and now from the quarter-final, every team can win it. We're in the last 8. It's full steam ahead now.
Full steam ahead. Yes, England will aim to reach the World Cup semi-finals. They take on Erling Haaland's Norway. It's live on talkSPORT this Saturday evening. In fact, we'll be getting all the very latest team news when we cross to their open training session a bit later on. Right, time now to turn our attention to the Premier League with 8 new managers set to take on the toughest league in the world. A massive opportunity for Arsenal, of course, to win back-to-back titles because of it. So teams with new managers: Bournemouth, Chelsea, Palace, Fulham, Ipswich, Liverpool, Man City and Forest. Is it true? I'll start with you. Is this the easiest chance for a team to retain the title? Do you think with so much uncertainty?
What kind of question is that? What is this, man?
I think it's a good point.
No,
it's not a good point.
I think Arsenal are in the best situation to win back-to-back. Their squad is still the best. They've probably got the harder job now finding the 1 or 2 right fits. I think when you're doing a whole rebuild like certain other clubs, it's easier to just throw money at it and hope to be better in loads of different areas. I think once you're at the top and you're looking for a very deliberate side of things, it's harder. So I actually think Arsenal are favourites right now. But it's intriguing to see what everyone does. I think Forest are the most interesting one out of all of them personally. I want to see what Glasner does.
Yeah. We'll stay with that. Were you stunned that he made that move?
I was. I thought like an AC Milan or something like that was destined for him.
Yeah, same.
But clearly now with what happened at Forest last year, the amount of turnover, the owner, is got to spend money. He's not short of that. It's just whether he can get the players on side, and from what we could hear happening behind the scenes, players go direct to the owner. That's always a problem for me. So if he could get that situation sorted, there's no denying how good of a coach he is.
AJ, with so many new managers in the dugout this season, could Spurs win the Premier League?
You're cheeky.
No, I'm serious.
Staying on topic. I'm not going to rise to it. Staying on topic. I'm excited for the new managers. I'm excited to see what
Spurs win it?
I'm excited to see what Chelsea do. Actually, genuinely, I think that's a really good manager. I don't know what their rebuild situation is because I see them not really buying the players they should be buying. If I'm honest, and usually they're a club that just go and buy whoever they need and like get it done. And now they're not really doing that. So I'm interested to see where that goes because that's a really good manager. So surely you'd back him. But will they back him?
I think he's a really good manager.
I think he's a really good. I think what he did at Leverkusen, I think was incredible. You look at his run.
Sure, he's not.
No, I'm just
he's not having anyone.
No. I agree with you. The first 6 months and then the second year at Leverkusen was fantastic. Everyone forgets the third year.
Okay.
No, we don't talk about that. And then everyone forgets Real Madrid.
Look at his record at Real Madrid, though.
His Real Madrid was unbelievable.
Decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they do?
Do you know what it is?
I'm saying, how did they do?
You know, I think.
When did they finish the season?
You know what? Can I be fair though? Yeah.
It's like Spurs. It's a little Spurs conversation.
Here we go.
As long as they finish 10th, it's all right.
Let me be fair though. Yeah. I think at Real Madrid, the kind of personalities you have there, they control the club. Like the players control the club.
But
they
you know
weren't
that
having
before
them.
you go in, though, right?
I agree with that. That's also a fair point. To be fair, that's also maybe he thought he could control them and he couldn't.
Let me ask you collectively. Give me a list of all the clubs realistically that can win the Premier League this season apart from Arsenal.
Man City, Liverpool.
United, I think.
I think Chelsea.
It's not impossible. Oh, okay, look, he's not having it. It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Just because he's the host, they finished.
I don't like this guy. They finished third. They finished third. No.
Yeah. You'll be coming back. Go do that save.
All right, look. United have a chance. It's possible. We don't know what they're going to do yet.
But also, they've got to play like 3 times a week. They haven't had to do that for 6 months.
Get Wharton in.
Okay.
No. He's not having anyone.
The reason why I think Man United,
nice.
I think Man United can.
Wait, just quickly. Yeah. Who's the best midfielder that United could buy right now? Who's the best?
Kone from Roma, French international.
Kone's cold. You think he's better than Wharton, yeah?
Yes. Do you not?
Better is hard because he hasn't played in the Prem.
You just had to ask to be a direct question.
He looks good.
Is he better?
He looks good.
Is he better?
I'm not sure. He looks good though. I genuinely don't know. He looks good.
But you also did say that flipping...
Do you not rate Adam Wharton?
No, I think he's nice. I think
he's not having that one. Look,
it's always on English now.
He's
a nice player.
I don't want to go on a date with him.
No, he's a nice player. What I'm saying is, and you know this when you played, he's the type of guy that you give him the ball, he makes nice passes.
Yeah.
But is he going to go and destroy games? Is he going to go and break stuff up? Is he going to go run over people? No. I think Kone from Roma, obviously plays for France now, he can do that.
Yeah.
And he can still play the ball.
How about Tchouaméni?
Yeah, he's nice.
You having him? You like him?
I like him.
Okay.
I like him. How are you going to get him out of Real Madrid?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
The
actually
reason
maybe
why I think
Camavinga's more likely to be
Camavinga's cold. I actually rate Camavinga.
But Camavinga's not even there.
Yeah, I know.
Funny for my co-host, Darren Bent.
Yeah,
sorry.
This is our podcast.
Sorry,
it's not about you.
Sorry,
We're clipping up separately.
Please.
The reason why I think Man United could do that is because, first of all, they're back in the Champions League.
Yep.
They're Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yep.
So people will go there. And I don't think they will win the Premier League, but I don't think their rebuild would be as long as, say, other clubs.
Okay, so just look at United. So they spent quite big in the forward areas just to get them to this point. Do you think that front three, as currently constructed, can get them on a deep run in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup?
Maybe not all of the competitions, but if they prioritise a couple, then there's no reason why not.
Hold on, you say that. Look at Arsenal's front three.
Yeah, but look at our back four.
I know, but you talk about front. I would say Arsenal's front three is probably the weakest front three to ever win the Premier League.
I agree with that. I can't lie. I have to agree with that.
They've got
Enjoyed that one.
arguably one of arguably one of the best back fives.
I know, but you just talk about Man United's front three, right?
Saying, but you don't have one of the best back fives. You don't have one of the best midfields. So when you talk about the best front three, that's a bit you can overcome. You can overcome that. Arsenal now are going, right, who do we get to go in the high left position? Who do we get as a potential number 9?
Yeah.
That's it. You guys have still got to go get legs in midfield. You've lost Casemiro's goals. You've got to get another centre back, left back, right back, backup goalkeeper.
You should have got what's his name?
Other than that, you're fine.
Fernandes.
He would have been good for them.
Where'd he go?
Overpriced, by the way. Let's pull out that one.
It's not my money. It's not mine. It's not my money.
I know, but you spending 20 million more on a player like
well, not
that.
me spending, but yeah.
Your club spending. You represent your club today.
Do I?
You spending 20 million more on a player like that might stop you spending 20 million.
I promise you it won't. I think you might be surprised.
So it's your midfield.
you might be surprised. You might be surprised.
Tonali, Fernandes, and Maddison. That's the three.
Beautiful midfield. That's you can't tell me that's not a well-balanced midfield.
Yeah, it's good. I'll give you that.
Who's scoring your goals? It's gone back to Spurs again. Who's scoring your goals?
Everyone's scoring our goals. Romero scoring our goals. See, Romero scores now. He scores.
Yeah.
Solanke. I like Dom.
Solanke. Listen. We haven't seen it at Spurs. If he plays at how he played at Bournemouth, all my life he's a great striker. But I just haven't seen it at Spurs. That's all it is. Maybe the system or maybe fitness. I don't know where it is.
If he stays fit for the whole season, how many goals realistically should he be getting for Spurs?
Anywhere between 10 and 15. Is that fair?
No, 15 to 20.
15 to 20.
Wait, you think he should be or you think he will get?
That's what he should be.
No,
15 to 20.
Yeah, should be. Fine. Should be. I'm with you. I'm saying what will he get? I'm going to say 10, 15.
Is that enough?
It's not enough, but if he's getting 10, 15, and let's say...
Chipping it elsewhere.
Exactly. Let's say we get a Rafael or someone, and they get 10, 15. Now we're cooking. We're talking now.
Rafael's gone straight back. Wow, okay.
He wants out AC.
If you get Barcola, if you guys get Barcola, and let's say like a real 9-9, I think it's yours. Like, I don't think anyone's even close.
Arsenal need a number 9, do you?
Yeah, I think so, I'll be honest. I think so.
Yes, he does, but he's trying to be...
He doesn't want to say it.
I know.
If we
Look
could
at Troy, don't
No, listen.
Look
If we could get one big one, I don't know who that one would be. Say, I'm just a spitball. Say we got Isaac, right? Then of course. But right now, everyone's scratching their head for what centre forward you get because Liverpool went and got the best two in Isaac and Ekitike.
There's two right now on the market. You could try and go.
Osman's one.
Alvarez, Osman.
Yeah, but Alvarez is not really.
Alvarez is
if you
cold.
Could get him, I would love it.
Alvarez is cold.
But I think he's going to. He's not going Barca.
No, but the question was, do you need a number 9?
Well, no, we don't need one because we've just won the Premier League without one.
Okay, fine.
Troy,
fine.
Look at your eyes, man. Why do you roll your eyes?
You know, after this, he's going to text Havertz and say, I got you.
Yeah. Havertz has been great. I think also as well, what Arsenal fans seem to have this short-term memory. And again, you know, my wife's at Arsenal, all her fans are Arsenal, family's Arsenal, sorry. So they get into this weird situation where they forget what happened before. So all the big games, they played Havertz, right? Gyökeres, who you bought in at the start of the season, was going to be, for all the big games, in all the big games, he was on the bench. Facts, that's what happened. So the manager doesn't trust him. That's not our opinion, that's just objectively looking at it. Havertz gets injured quite a lot, unfortunately. Gary Jesus is not the same since he's come back from his injury. So if you're now telling me that you can get through this season again and everybody else is going to be as poor as they were last year, I think you're just forgetting the fact that you lot were all losing your marbles around the Man City loss. And it was, we need a proper striker. Arteta don't know what he's doing again. You win the league, it's great, we're going to win it.
Yeah, but you know, what I've always said to you, I've always said to you, that Gyökeres wasn't bought in for the big games, did I? I said that to you. We bought Gyökeres in for the game.
No, I get
listen.
Explain.
The year before, Arsenal, it weren't the record against Man City's, the Liverpool, it weren't that cost us the league. It was we couldn't beat Fulham, couldn't beat West Ham, couldn't beat them lesser clubs. Gyökeres coming. I mean, he said it. Right, it's one of them. Gyökeres this season, though, Gyökeres this season scored against the Fulhams, the West Ham, so we didn't have a problem getting past those teams, which is why then we went on to win the league.
Okay, I think you won the league because you played very pragmatic football. I'm not actually allowed to say the type of football that people are calling it on air, but you played a certain type of football.
Would you play that type of football to win the league?
No.
What?
What are you talking? Of course you would.
Honestly.
If I was a footballer.
No, it's just like...
Oh, my team?
Yeah.
No, I'll be happy like you lot. I'll be exactly... You get me? I'll be happy. Of course I will. But
would you like to see Spurs play that way to win?
Brendan Johnson scored with like his knee or something and we won the trophy. I'm happy. I don't care, bro. However it gets done, I'm happy. I don't really care. But what I'm saying is, you can't like gloat about it and say, oh, we don't need a 9. That's crazy. You do need a 9, respectfully. What are you talking about, bro? If you sold Osimhen and Havertz right now, you could... sorry, Osimhen. If you bought Osimhen and sold Gyökeres and Havertz right now, you'd be great. You'd be fine. You could buy Barcola. Barcola and Osimhen changes their team, bro.
Do you know what? I'm happy with what we got.
Oh, you're a liar. That's a lie. You're a liar. That is a lie.
I'm happy with
that.
Just before we let you go, we're going to let you know, go AJ. Just let's mark all of our teams how we think we'll do this season, right? Cool. Apart from Troy, because obviously he supports Birmingham. But they're not in the Premier League.
Unnecessary, random corn.
Spurs, how will Spurs get on? Where will they finish?
You're asking me or everyone?
Spurs will finish 6th.
Fine.
6th.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be happy there. I'll take that.
Troy,
that's fine.
I'll go slightly higher. I'll go 5th because they're not going to be playing Champions League.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say 8th, but I'll take a 6th for sure. I'll definitely take 6th.
Manchester United, where will they finish?
4th.
6th.
I think decently. I can't lie. I think either 3rd again. I think maybe 3rd again. I'll go 3rd.
Okay. And Arsenal?
1st.
As currently constructed 1st.
Oh, see.
It's currently constructed, yeah.
I think
nobody else has done anything, so yeah.
I think it should be 1st, honestly, because I don't think anyone's too close right now. It should be 1st, but I'm not sure because the transfer window is still open and like people could shift things around and they might again if they buy a crazy striker, I think they'll just walk it. I'll be honest, but it should be 1st. I'm actually going to say 2nd.
So who's 1st?
I think maybe City coming.
All right.
I think maybe, bro. Maybe.
Hey, thank you for coming in.
I appreciate you.
You got your arms on show. What are you doing now? You off to the gym?
I do. Why don't you have your arms on show?
Mine are like pipe cleaners as well.
I like your pink washing matches, the pink socks.
You like the outfit?
Fire fit, bro.
As well?
I'm with you, bro.
What are you doing with your afternoon?
Bro, next time you're on there, just give me a call 5-10 minutes before. I'll walk you through your wardrobe. I got you. I got you, bro.
I don't look like one of the kids from Fame.
No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You might be a bit too old to look like this, but I got you, bro. my guy. Boys, every time, bro.
We're going to stay with Troy. You're staying for a bit?
Yes, I'll be here.
Still got time to change Troy's outfit. More from the three of us right after this on Drive World Cup edition.
In his Daily Mail column has decided, I think, to take a bit of a swing at how we have reacted to that Arsenal Freudian slip there. That England result the other night, and he says, "Let's not confuse drama with quality. England must improve." He's basically dismissed the calls that it was brave. He says, "I think we mistake what bravery in football is. We are celebrating players throwing themselves in front of shots as if they have gone to war." And he offers his own interpretation of bravery, which is real bravery is wanting the ball when 80,000 people are willing you to make a mistake. It's showing for possession when everyone else is hiding. It's taking the ball off your mate when he's in trouble, knowing if you lose it, you'll be criticised. That's football bravery, and that's what England need more of if they are going to win this World Cup. In the context of how it made this country feel as well, this feels like quite a miserable take. I know that we need to start looking ahead to Norway and the improvements that we need on the pitch, but for the moment,
100%.
I think
let's celebrate.
Let's celebrate. It's Wednesday.
I totally disagree, Michael Owen. I feel that like players in that atmosphere, you know what I mean? Like everyone's talking about the altitude. You've got 80,000 Mexican fans. I think it is heroic in a way of like you getting on the ball, Jude Bellingham getting on the ball, Dan Burn throwing themselves up in front of shots, doing that for your country, knowing how much football means to this country. People are going through a tough time. It's not the best state at the moment, the country. And those players, I think, like hold themselves in a high manner because That's what you want to see from your team. How many times have we been in tournaments where, oh, you're playing against Mexico away. Oh, okay, we don't want to turn up. Oh, some players crumble. Every player, even the subs that come on, they perform.
Yeah.
So I think it was fantastic.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, and he's got Schneid Travis Scott's on, Troy Deeney alongside me. We're coming live from the home of Fox here in New York City. I'm very impressed, by the way, with the set. It looks fantastic, right? If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. You like it?
Yeah, love it.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, incredible. The little bit of memorabilia. They managed to sneak little nicks in there, obviously. The championship they won.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure you like it?
Yeah, it's good. Even better when the TVs work, but
Joe's
could stretch for the budget on that. So yeah, I get it. We had AJ Tracy, and so all the money went there. Clearly.
Well, we're not getting it. Right, still to come, Faye Carruthers will join us to give us all the very latest from the England camp ahead of the quarter-final showdown with Norway on Saturday. Just quickly, the proposed fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua could be held in the early hours of the morning after Turki Al-Sheikh said he wants to fight to accommodate a global television audience. And a little later on in the show, we'll be discussing who the player of the World Cup has been so far. And, of course, we want to hear from you. So you can send us a voice note of your player of the tournament. Open up WhatsApp, send us your views on 0371 722 3344. We'll play the best ones out on the show a bit later on. Right, back to football in just a moment, but we need to get an update on all the latest from Wimbledon. Very exciting afternoon of tennis. Watching for talkSPORT is Lisa O'Sullivan.
And as far as British fans, there's only one match on court. Arthur Ferry, the wild card, in a remarkable match against Flavio Cobolli of Italy, the number 9 seed, has break point 4-love up in the third set. He leads by 2 sets to love. Arthur Ferry is on the verge of a Wimbledon men's semi-final. What a performance.
What a performance indeed. Let's hope he can keep his head above water. Yeah, sorry about that. Right, let's continue our build-up now to England against Norway. The World Cup quarter-finals is live on talkSPORT this Saturday. One man that has a mixed tournament is Jordan Pickford. He came in for a lot of stick in the first few games from Troy Deeney. Then he went on to make a couple of huge saves against Mexico. One huge save against Mexico. Could have been the difference. You were quite critical of Pickford ahead of the tournament, Troy. Is that fair?
I think. No,
Did you criticise him?
No, I didn't criticise him. I said I just don't think he's on that top tier of elite goalkeepers. I think he's very, very good. I think he'll go down as one of England's best, probably cap-wise the best, because he's obviously playing and he's still young. But I just think the question was about, can England win the World Cup? And I said, when you normally look at any competition, it's the top end of the pitch. Do you have the goals? I think we have that with Harry Kane and obviously Jude Bellingham. But in the goal, he scares me. That's just my opinion. Again, by the way, people will go, oh, you had played at that level, you can't talk about it. Just listen to what Kyle Walker said. Kyle Walker said having him scream and shout behind you is annoying, it irritates you, and it knocks you off your game. He said that, not me, but I'm saying when I watch it, he makes me nervous, and it's brilliant, isn't it? When he has one good game,
they come for you.
They were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
told you."
Yeah.
Where was everybody when he got a goal put past him against DR Congo?
Yeah.
Did anyone say that? When he should have got sent off as well against Ghana. No one's saying any of these things. But for me, he's very good. He's at a level just below, unfortunately, but he could have an unbelievable tournament and rise that. And I'll be the first to go, do you know what? I was wrong. But from what I've seen so far, one good save from Raul Jimenez from the second header. The first one at the near post, he should save.
Yeah.
It's just there. But the second one that's going in the top corner, he tips over. Fantastic. But for me, I want him to be calmer.
I can't remember if it was you or someone else said that maybe the reason he's not that good is because some of the big clubs have never gone in for him.
Yeah, I said that. I said, if he's so good,
why have they not come in?
Why is he at Everton? Respectfully to Everton, because there was a moment where Arsenal were looking for another goalkeeper. They go to Brentford and go and get David Ray.
Manchester United were definitely in for one.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So why has no one ever gone for him? Again, I'm just looking at the landscape and saying everyone was looking for goalkeepers. Why has no one ever gone for Jordan Pickford?
I've always wondered that about Jordan. Listen, he probably is, in my opinion. I've said it before. England's probably the greatest goalkeeper in my generation in terms of who I played with.
More than Seaman?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. I'd probably suggest so. Yeah, even though I love David Seaman, but there is an argument to that. I think Troy's right in terms of when you look at him and how consistent he's been in the Premier League for such a long time. Why has none of the real big hitters gone, do you know what, he could be our number one? But again, that's a conversation for another day. But I do think at times in this tournament he's looked a bit shaky at the start. But I think he's just one of those goalkeepers where you can depend on him. I think he's very rarely let England down. And I get it. It's a little bit like on the sidelines. Carl Walker made the point about when he's behind you shouting, screaming, it can be a little bit off-putting. Yeah. But it's with coaches and managers as well. I played wide and the coaches and managers is constantly screaming. You're like, let me just get on with what I'm doing. You're not helping me. It's almost a hindrance. So, listen, I think in England, with all the players that England have got in terms of this World Cup, if England don't win the World Cup, I don't think it'll be Jordan Pickford. I think there'll be teams that are just better than us. I wouldn't single out Jordan Pickford and say, if England don't win it, it's going to be his fault. I just think that if we get beat, say we get to the final, and we play France and they beat us, they're just better than us.
Okay.
It comes down to that.
Just a quick word about if we do get to the final. Bellingham, Guehi, Rice and O'Reilly, they're all booking away from missing the semi-final. How much of a worry, Troy, is that for England?
It's a worry for Bellingham, based on performance so far. Because I think we'd miss all of them, respectfully. But based on performances so far, I'd say Bellingham has been, in my opinion, top two performers throughout the whole competition. I've put him and Elise in the same category. I know Mbappe and Messi get it because of the goals, but in terms of performances affecting the game, I think those two have been the best. I think Declan Rice has been average in this tournament. I expect a bit more. Again, maybe surprise tag, maybe because of how well he played for Arsenal. Maybe, my standard has gone a little bit higher.
Yeah, expect more.
Mark Guehi we can replace because John Stones can fill into that gap. Konza, and then O'Reilly has been iffy. He hasn't been great, and I think he's been getting away with it because that right side's become so problematic that we're not really looking at it. So for me, if Jude Bellingham gets another yellow, we're in trouble.
Do you know, that's the thing. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so what do you do? Because unfortunately, what you don't want to do is you can't say to Jude before the game, and you'll know this, just because it's impossible. You can't do it. So then, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, if he gets booked, he misses the semi-final. That's a big decision to make. That is a huge decision because you want to play him because you have to. He's one of your best players.
With these players, including Jude Bellingham, if like with 20 minutes to go against Norway, we're leading 2-3-0.
Yeah.
Are you taking these yellow carded players?
Get him off.
You are. Okay. We'll continue our football chat in just a moment, but we have to get back to Wimbledon. It's all over in Arthur Ferry's quarter-final. Has he sailed through to the last four? Watching for talkSPORT is Lisa O'Sullivan.
Straight sets for Arthur Ferry. All aboard. Arthur Ferry's next destination is the Wimbledon men's semi-final. The wild card has beaten Flavio Cobolli in straight sets. 6-4, 7-6, 6-love. He's only the second wild card to reach the men's last four here in the Open era. He struck first at the end of a really tense first set, breaking in the last game to take it 6-4. The second went to a tiebreak, no problem. Ferry has now won all 5 of those at this championships. Cobolli was the one all at sea in the third set. Ferry ploughing on to take it to love. This win is worth £900,000, and when the rankings refresh, he'll overtake Cam Norrie and become the new British men's #1 in 30-degree heat with the backing of the entire crowd, clapped on by Queen Camilla. Next up is going to be either Sasha Zverev or Taylor Fritz of the USA, and it means that Ferry's just one match away from celebrating his 24th birthday on Sunday in the 2026 Wimbledon men's final.
At least just a quick word about this. We're all going World Cup crazy, as you would imagine. But this, for sporting achievement, this is up there with some of the best we've ever seen for British sports people. His opponent today was runner-up in last month's French Open. He's now into the semis, only the 5th British man to reach Wimbledon last 4 since 1968. Could anyone have seen this coming?
No, and I doubt even he did. And he is very confident about the kind of tennis he's playing. He's very measured. He's very bright. He did his tennis with a business degree at Stanford. But he's looking at being someone at the beginning of his tennis career, at building. It has been such a brilliant performance. He's been taking it one match at a time, one set at a time, and his resilience and his refusal to go down is what has brought him to this amazing point. He's been playing brilliant tennis. But what he's done is he's stayed in the point, he's stayed in the game, he's stayed in the set, and he just blew Flavio Cobolli away. The Italian's head went in that final set, which is why Arthur Ferry was able to take it. 6-love, unbelievable. And remember, he was picking up nosebleeds in his early matches here. He had 5 nosebleeds in his first 2 matches. Those seem to have gone. They seem to have found a way to fix that. But after, some horrible injuries, he had a bruised bone that put him out for much of last year. He becomes the 5th British player in the Open era into a men's Wimbledon singles semi-final.
Well done. Thank you for that, Lisa. What an unbelievable achievement. Arthur Ferry into the last 4. What a way to have fun. We're going to have a quick break. More from the 2 of us when we come back.
2 of us? 2 of us. I'm not even here now.
3 of us. My counting's terrible, isn't it? More from the 3 of us. Well, with me, you 2 are big, I'm quite small, 2.5 of us. More from us when we come back. This is World Cup Drive Time Edition live on talkSPORT. We'll see you after this.
The idea it's a clear tournament has been fixed, I think that's a bit powerful. Let's have it right, because at the end of the day, if you were fixing the tournament, you'd keep Brazil in it, surely. You're fixing the tournament, you try and keep them in it. If you want worldwide viewings, and advertising and money and all that and revenues and fixing it for the right reasons so the superpowers are inside the competition.
Well, we can evaluate the stupidity, but we can dissect the stupidity of individual statements. But we're talking about the premise of what.
I don't think that's stupid. I think it's harsh. I don't think it's a stupid comment. I think it's just in the moment. It's got wrapped up in those billions of people.
Stupid comment. You can't run around saying.
Simon, there's billions of people.
It's an uninformed, uneducated, unsubstantiated, with no empirical background behind it. Because it's an uneducated view. You can't tell something's fixed unless you know it to be factually the case.
No,
so
I just said his emotions run riot.
But it's a stupid comment because it's not seeded in anything. So what the argument is about and debate is about is whether people should be able to say these sort of things and whether the consequences of it should be far-reaching. And what we're talking about is how people should operate.
I think Simon's right in this one, is he not, Sean? It is clear this tournament has been fixed. Then that guy boards a plane and flies back to Egypt and goes unpunished. I mean, my God, that is conspiratorial.
No, I totally agree. It's too powerful. That part of the statement is too powerful.
Yeah.
The rest of the referee's not fair. We've all said that in different variances down the years. The injustice was clear. I mean, look, the argument going back to, the facts of it as a manager, forgetting that last part of the statement, which is powerful, and you can't forget it, I understand, but let's just, for our question and answer here, forget it. The injustice is the foul, isn't it? They're going, why are you bringing it back to that foul? Why are you allowing that foul to create such a moment in a game and bring it back for their goal? The goal that was disallowed. But
the irony of it is, if you interviewed a referee, right, and a referee went out and said, these clowns are unfair, the players cheat, the managers harass and abuse us on the side, they'd be outraged.
What happened in Belo Horizonte in 2014 is the stuff of legend. The Brazilians slapped 7-1 in their own country in a World Cup semi-final. But something else historic happened that day. Going into the last four match, Miroslav Klose was tied with R9 for the most World Cup goals scored. The record was 15, and Klose had matched that in the groups. With this being his last World Cup, he was running out of time. The 36-year-old had started a majority of Germany's games, but it wasn't quite clicking. Come the semi-final, he was determined to get the job done and in front of the Brazilian fans. And this was the moment. 23 minutes in. Thomas Muller peeled in from the left, laid it off, and after Klose's first shot was saved, the follow-up was fired in. And just look what it meant. The record was his. 16 goals across 4 tournaments, and the phenomenon that was Ronaldo Nazario de Lima was bumped into second place. All of Klose's doubters silenced. Germany scored another 5 goals. The home fans were in tears, and it became perhaps the most famous scoreline in World Cup history. In amongst all that, Klose's record-breaking moment often goes forgotten. But when you think of the players below him on the list, individual achievements don't get much better.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Troy Deeney. We're live from New York City. In a moment, we'll say hello to another guest we're lucky enough to be joined by on set. Still to come, we'll also be finding out who your players of the tournament so far, are. So you can get your WhatsApps into us. Still loads of time. 03717223344. Send them in. We'll play the best ones out in today's show. Right, time now to get all the latest from the England camp with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
On England's Corner, on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yes, England head to Miami this weekend to face Norway in the World Cup quarter-finals. We can hardly wait. Joining us now from the open training session is talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers. Faye, good afternoon to you. Good evening.
Afternoon, you three. Lovely to hear from you.
And likewise, there's a big delay, so I'll ask you the question. You can elaborate as much as you want. Let me ask you, what is the latest from the England camp and any news surrounding Reece James?
Yep, so Reece James is inside doing his own programme, still not ready. He was on the bench for the game against Mexico, but we're not sure whether he would be ready to start or not, bearing in mind he's not at this training session. He's doing an individual session, as is Declan Rice, who we know has been struggling with this kind of hamstring neural problem that he's got that's affecting his back and sciatic nerve. He's doing an individualised programme, and so is Mark Gahey. No actual news on what's wrong with Mark at the moment, but just doing his own programme programme indoors. Of course, no Jordan Henderson, he's out for the tournament, but he is still with the team. He's just recovering at the moment. He had his surgery, which was very successful after that fall, after the Mexico game, and he's just back at the hotel at the moment, resting up after that surgery. So 22 players out, 23 if you include Jason Steele with the goalkeepers as well. They've just done a jog, a lap around Swope Soccer Village here in Kansas, and doing some stretches and some moves behind me.
Okay. Any word regarding the players starting the game on a yellow card? Bellingham, Gehi, Rice and O'Reilly?
Yeah, listen, and Declan Rice obviously on a yellow. We've got quite a few on a tightrope. It's going to totally depend what Thomas Tuchel wants to do. They're crucial players, all of them. They're all starters, so I don't think that he's going to not play them to risk them. This is football. I mean, Declan Rice managed to play that entire game, a good old 99 minutes he pretty much played on a yellow card because he got it in the first minute. So, you know, he's fine. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide. Do you want me to move? So he's absolutely fine, Declan Rice, and I think Thomas Tuchel will trust him to be able to play the rest of the game on a yellow card, and same with Mark Gehi as well. That was for dissent. He doesn't tend to fly into tackles recklessly, and then Nico O'Reilly is so crucial on the left-hand side as well. So I don't think that he'll rest those players that are on yellows.
Okay, Faye, you don't move for no one. You tell him Goldstein says. Thanks for coming on. We'll speak to you in a bit. See you in Miami.
All right. See you later. Look forward to it.
See you soon. There you go. Good work as always. That was a look at all the latest in the England camp. With Enterprise Rent-A-Car, they're here for it.
On England's Corner on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Right, we are delighted to have been joined in the studio by Super Bowl winner and broadcaster from the New York Post. Brandon London joins us again because we met up with you when we were over for the World Cup draw. Good to see you again. How are you, my friend?
What's going on, fellas? How you feel? Man, I feel like Peter Crouch right now. I feel like the stork right now. But how you guys enjoying New York so
We
far?
are loving it. I must say there is a rail outside with so many different jackets on, which our eagle-eyed listeners or viewers will know that I've been changing my jacket. Are they yours?
Yeah, those mine.
Is this one yours? Because this is massive on me.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it to Miami with you. You won't need it. You're gonna switch into the polo. But right now, I'm giving you a good 7.5 out of 10 for style. If you can see the shorts that he has on with some pink shoes, I would say you fit into New York quite well with that right now. So there you go.
It's a weird place.
There
isn't
you
it?
go. Absolutely, absolutely. You can wear whatever you want here, like people with big shoes and all. Like it's weird here, but
very good.
all good. But I'm gonna need that back.
What you can yeah, I don't think I'll be using it. My tailor's not about. What have you made of the World Cup then? You must be enjoying it, right?
Oh man, so far so great. You know, just hosting the watch parties at Sports Illustrated Stadium, being able to experience the different football cultures from the fans around the world, the roll with the Norwegians, the samba dances with the Brazilians, just having a big old pint with the English and all, man. It's been absolutely phenomenal, and I just wish it wasn't every 4 years because I feel like we need that vibe, that good energy here in America.
Big disappointment with the USA. The way it started, expectations high. It was brilliant. A little bit disappointing with the way it ended against Belgium.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because I feel like we're all riding this high, and you know, I think I need to apologize to Simon Jordan, you guys' colleague right now, because I went on their show and I had my chest puffed out, and we had only beaten Paraguay at that time, and I'm like, you know, I think we'll meet England in the quarterfinals, and he kind of gave me one of those like pump your brakes there, lad, like pump your brakes there. You know, you just show that you can continue keep this run going. And then we go and we get absolutely drugged by Belgium, and especially after the whole Trump controversy with Gianni Infantino. It was just a bad look. It was a bad look because what was supposed to be USA versus Belgium turned into USA versus the entire world.
You alluded to Flo Balogun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your view on that? Do you think in the end, looking back now, it was more of a hindrance than help?
Yeah, because, I mean, as an American football player, if we were to lose someone from suspension, whether it be in the playoffs or in the regular season, we had next man up mentality. I hated the rule. I didn't think that it should have been a red card, all that. But at the same time, the rule was the rule. level at that point. And I get why you would want to fight that, because it's like, dang, that's our best player. Yeah. Christian Pulisic is in the back of a milk carton somewhere. He hasn't shown up. So that's our best player. We need him against Lukaku and those guys when we talk about the Red Devils of Belgium. But now it goes into something even deeper. And now you've invited politics and sports. And we try and keep that stuff out of the 100%. Locker room as much as possible. So now you put this team in a position to where instead of it, again, being just USA versus Belgium, now the entire world is rage watching, hate watching, and you could see that our guys weren't ready for the moment because it looked like high school soccer out there versus some pros.
Yeah, I think obviously your criticism is obviously fair. I think from living here a very short time and the hype and the generational change it could have had if you would have won that game.
Absolutely.
Obviously, I think would have been great. I do think there's a nuanced piece of it that no one's really talking about, because a lot of the American sport has been like, run hard, be the best athletes.
Yeah.
They just missed a moment to go, right, stop, let's control the game.
Yeah.
Because all Belgium did to you guys was go, oh, you want it to be chaotic? You have the ball.
Yeah.
And it was very one-dimensional in terms of what they wanted. So how do the US soccer players now and all the way through the academy system start to understand it's not about just running hard, and it's about actually using they would say the European IQ and understanding what the nuances of football are about?
Well, I mean, as an American football player, it's kind of hard to guide the youth soccer players on what to do, because I can't give you the X's and O's of a 4-4-2 and all that. What I can talk about is the culture and the fandom. But one thing I'm hoping is now that there's some young cat out there, some young kid that's watching, maybe even my 3-year-old when we're watching together, that's like, you know what? I want to be Flo Balogun. I want to be Tillman. I want to be that next guy. So now when we talk about this whole debate, because it's always a cycle, we go into, all right, look at us, we're doing this, we're about to turn the hump. No, now we got to go back to, well, youth soccer costs all this money, and the U.S. Soccer Federation needs to do X, Y, Z, and we're comparing things. I think soccer needs to be, well, football needs to be a lot more accessible to our athletes. And I say, when I train high school football players, if you 5'6", 5'9", you can run 4'3", you're fast, bro, you're probably not going to go to the NFL. You darn sure is not going to the NBA. Let's try and start pushing these kids, especially the inner city kids. Let's start pushing them to Joga Bonito, the beautiful game, and make it cooler. Make it into something where LeBron James he's a global superstar. OBJ is a superstar. That holds nothing to Messi, to Harry Kane, to what you could be if you master this. And now we can have a real Captain America as the face of our team.
I agree. Just before I let you go, I know you're a big Chelsea fan, right?
Absolutely.
How are Chelsea going to get on? Got a new manager?
He's even worse on Chelsea than he is on America.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not being worse. I'm just being hypercritical because let me get back to Chelsea. When it comes to Chelsea, you're right. You're going to get that high, the roller coaster, and then it's going to come crashing down again. So I'm staying even keel from here on out, and I'm going to watch from the back. I love some of the moves and some of the moves that they've been able to pull off so far. But now it's just like, all right, we saw that 8-game unbeaten streak at first, and then they went all to bleep from there. So now it's just like you're just hoping that this is the move that can get the club on the right path to get some sort of stability, because the last thing I want to see up on my timeline is the fans protesting outside of the stadium and calling for ownership to go. That means that you're a lower tier team, So my Blues, I love them. They gave me my start. They're the reason why I'm even standing here next to you guys, because, the Chelsea podcast with Lee Parker and all those guys. So they're the reason why I stay here. I bleed blue. And I just hope that now, again, there's just some sort of real stability to be able to build off that.
There won't be. Your club's an absolute basket place. But
you said it, not me.
It's love to see you dream. Brandon, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No problem.
You're going to watch the rest of the World Cup? Who's going to win it?
Absolutely.
In one word. Give me one word.
Argentina.
England. Good one.
Argentina.
How can you say that with us here?
Argentina. You told me.
Lie.
Just one
Read
word.
the room. Look. We're all English.
I'm looking, but hey, at the same time, what they're able to pull off and what they've been able to do, it's magic. So it's like my dad used to tell me when I was a kid. It was like, I'm like Missouri, the show me state. Somebody has to show Argentina that they can beat Argentina.
My dad always used to say, if you're in a room with Englishmen, lie. Brandon, thanks for coming in. Real pleasure as always. We're going to have a very quick break. More from the three of us right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
What did you think of Cristiano's performances at this World Cup?
Well, listen, to be honest, take away the performances. I'm just on because I'm annoyed at Gabby for calling him a disgrace, to be honest. I think it's bang out of order. I think what he's done in his career, he's earned the right to be there.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why?
How's he not earned the right? How's he not earned the right? He scored 28 goals last season. He's 41, Gabby.
So?
What age did you retire? What age did you retire?
What age did you start playing professional football yourself, mate? Yeah, pipe down.
Me, mate.
Pipe
Don't
down.
worry about me, mate.
Don't go there, mate, when you haven't kicked the football in your life, okay? Settle down.
Brilliant, mate. I know what it's about.
Down.
Don't worry about that.
Settle down.
No, you're a disgrace for calling him a disgrace.
No problem.
Honestly,
No,
it's unbelievable.
Look, in fairness, Jack, we stood up for Cristiano. He said he had a wonderful, marvellous career. Nobody earns the right to play at a World Cup finals at 41 just because what you've achieved in the past. No one stops time. And you could see him last night. I mean, he was doddering around in attack. He could not raise a gallop. Time has caught up with him.
Jack still wants him started in the next World Cup as well.
Absolutely right. He's still producing. But there's loads of top... No, I'm saying Messi walks about, but he's still producing at the World Cup, which is fair enough, right?
Yeah.
But to say that he's not earned the right, he
hasn't.
He is a phenomenon.
But he's not anymore.
41 years of age.
But he's not anymore.
Unbelievable. You know how hard it is to keep yourself in shape.
But he's not anymore.
But
Jack, surely
it's not a modelling competition.
Jack,
it's a
he'd earned the right to play at previous World Cups, perhaps.
Competition, you'd be nowhere near it, Gabby.
Oh, no, okay. Send us a picture of yourself, mate. Let's rate you out of 10, mate.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent alongside. We're coming live from New York City. Do you like this this blazer? I'm changing my blazers every
That one suits you, actually. I like that one.
Bit tight. I feel like Ron Burgundy in it. Still to come, we'll hear what happened when Alex Cook took on New York's hottest chicken wings. Just quickly, Bruno Guimaraes has informed Newcastle he wants to leave the club and join Arsenal. and we'll be getting more on that a bit later on. And we still need your voice notes on the player of the World Cup so far. 03717223344. Send it on WhatsApp. We'll play the best ones out in a bit. Talking of the best, it's time now for this. Yeah, time for the best of talkSPORT and friends. We run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with our trip to the Statue of Liberty. And as you can see or hear, most of us were having a great time.
I look comfortable. You look comfortable. Bentley doesn't look comfortable, does he? Bentley looks like he's green. Bentley's greener than this Masters T-shirt, by the way. Sat on his own. How are you finding it, mate?
I don't do well on ferries and boats and stuff. I suffer from motion sickness. Thanks for that, Crookie. You spelt my drink. But it's better down there. I don't do well on ferries and boats, man. Suffer from motion sickness.
You knew you would get seasick. Why on earth are you on a boat?
I just forgot.
Just forgot. When's the most seasick you've ever been?
Oh, when I got on a ferry to, where was I going? To some football tournament when I was younger. That's when I knew the very first time throwing up all over the sideline.
It's a horrible feeling.
It's the
you
worst.
just can't get through it. Yeah. What's something else you thought you would enjoy but ended up hating it?
Something I thought I would enjoy and end up hating it. Do you know what? Again, similar. Roller coaster.
Oh.
At the very start, someone said, "You'll love this." Got on there, worst experience of my entire life.
I agree with that. Awful.
Awful.
I did one as well. First and last.
And what I understand is people will happily queue for 4 hours to go on that.
And feel like they're going to die.
Yeah, no.
Not for me. Who at talkSPORT will make the best pirate?
Crookie, man.
Crookie?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Make sure you subscribe to the talkSPORT YouTube channel when you can watch the rest of our trip to the Statue of Liberty, not to mention thousands of other interviews, podcasts and funny videos.
Right, let's move on to the sports bar. Here's some serious analysis from Cundy and O'Hara as they discussed Florian Balogun's suspension being overturned by FIFA.
It was an independent panel. No, it's not. Independent panel. Who's on it? Ronald McDonald, right? The Colonel, Homer Simpson, and Woody out of Toy Story. That's who the independent panel was.
Good panel, that.
Good panel, mate.
That's not a bad panel.
Don't knock that panel,
mate. Got some good decisions there. You know, I'm having that panel.
Help.
I'd like to go for dinner with that panel.
Ronald McDonald, Colonel Sanders, Homer Simpson, and Woody from Toy Story. Anyone missing from that ultimate US panel?
Yeah, those two clowns.
Yeah.
They're just morphing into the same person, aren't they? Same person.
Who has the better food, the US or UK?
Depends what. If you want to put copious amounts of weights on, it's here. Because everything's deep fat fried. I mean, it tastes unbelievable.
What is a traditional American dish and what's a traditional English dish?
Well, English would be Sunday roast.
Okay, and American?
American's going to be what, burger and fries? Something like that, yeah.
So
hot dog?
So I think England probably beats it then, doesn't it? England. I'd rather roast than a hot dog.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I don't know if hot dog's an actual meal.
Okay, hot dog and fries.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's burger and fries, yeah?
All right. What's the one thing the UK should be more like the US?
How cheap good trainers are. Saved 100 quid on these little bad boys.
Make sure you get your calls into the boys on the sports bar, which returns at 10 p.m. tonight.
Good, well said. Let's finish with White and Jordan.
He's moving it.
No longer coming live from the 50th floor of the World Trade Center. Here they are reacting to a window cleaner all the way up on the 51st floor of the World Trade Center.
Mixed emotions about England, because whilst I desperately want them to win on Sunday, there's a big part of me that wants them to lose, so Andy Goldstein gets to put his foot on the American soil for about 15 seconds. As mean-spirited as that sounds.
I'm slightly distracted because the window cleaners are out again, Simon. Do you see them up?
Yeah, it makes my bum go tight, that one.
It makes your bum go tight. There we go. 50 floors up.
Have you got a message for Jim and Simon? Remember, they want us to go home early.
Do you know what's funny? Whenever they attack this show, they attack you.
Yeah.
Don't they? They don't. Maybe they see you as a threat.
Maybe he does see me as a threat, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's that, yeah.
I hope I don't make his bum go tight. For all the best bits of White and Jordan, I'm just going what you just said. It says here, for all the best bits of White and Jordan, check out 21 minutes to go. Jack, let me tell you now, back in London, that don't exist anymore, it's finished. Of course, you can find, it might be back. You can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2, and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment.
No, I never got to go. Sorry,
that's fine.
But obviously, 21 minutes to go doesn't exist. But also...
No, it doesn't exist. There's no more new episodes.
Right, but then, for all the best bits of White and Jordan, check out 21...
Why are you putting that up there?
The whole sentence is wrong.
There's no best bits, all right? There's no best bits. When we come back, 2 will become 4. Troy Dean will be back, and Alex Crook with his new nickname. will be with us in the studio as well. Make sure you stay with me and he for the last hour of Dried World Cup edition right after this.
Trump, who I think I heard say at one stage he didn't know about the red card system, he still suggests
unfair.
that the referee at the heart of this, Rafael Claus, was a bit suspect. He's the president.
These were two great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past. I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. And he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least in the next game. And I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do, but and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision. All I did was ask for a review. I didn't say, you have to do this. This man is a smart, tough man. Gianni Infantino. He's a smart, tough man. And his stock has gone through the roof because the job he's done has been great.
See, now we have the length and breadth of it, right? Now we know the full length and breadth of it, right? So now we know the full length and breadth of it. We can eviscerate it because it deserves evisceration, right? When you listen to that, you think to yourself, it's absurd. But again, it takes me back to the position. And Trump says absurd things, but no one disputes the fact that he says lots of absurd things. And that in the context of sport.
He's the president.
But people say lots of things. Lots of people say lots of silly things, right? But you'd expect him to say something better than this. But in a sporting context, he doesn't clearly know what he's talking about. But I tell you who does know what he's talking about is that snivelling...
We've seen some incredible goalkeepers grace the world stage. Banks, Zoff, Buffon, Neuer. So why is Lev Yashin from the Soviet Union considered the greatest of them all? Say Yashin to a teenager these days and they'll probably look like this. After all, he played decades ago for a country that doesn't exist anymore. He never even played in a World Cup final, yet he still, more often than not, comes out on the top of ranking lists. In 1958, the Soviet Union lost 2-0 to Brazil in the group stage. But without a 28-year-old Yashin, who'd stopped a rampant Pelé from scoring, the scoreline would have been embarrassing. He was key again in a draw against England, which helped the Soviets into the knockouts. They would eventually lose to the host Sweden, but many considered Yashin to be the reason they got as far as they did. He was revered at home, and his club form was out of this world. In the 4 seasons between 58 and 62, he hit a 1-in-2 clean sheet ratio almost every season. That is insane. By comparison, in the 4 years to 1966, Gordon Banks was closer to 1-in-4. All of that made his dramatic flop in 62 that much more shocking. He conceded 4 in a group game to Colombia, including the only World Cup goal ever conceded directly from a corner. They were knocked out by Chile, and so shocked was Chile's winning goal scorer, Eladio Rojas, that he hugged Yashin in celebration. Back home, Yashin was blamed for everything. He was the scapegoat. After bricks through his window and messages left on his car, he considered packing it in. But he kept going. And in 66, the return to form of the man they called the Black Spider was lauded. After his team finished 4th, Yashin was given the Order of Lenin, the Soviet Union's highest civilian honour. All of that is why today, the best keeper in the world gets the Yashin Award. That's right. These modern-day greats stand on the shoulders of that Soviet giant.
Welcome back to the last day. The last day's flown by of World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and Troy Deeney. Still to come, we'll get all the biggest stories from the world of transfers. But first, it's time to talk to this man.
Rashford, cherry that he wouldn't have expected, and then has pinged one in off the underside of the bar. That is Marcus Rashford rolling back the years.
When he was at Man United, I think he'd lost a bit of love for the club.
Marcus Rashford at Barcelona seemed to really work. I'd kind of like to see him back in Premier League as well.
If they can come to some sort of deal and get Marcus Rashford at Tottenham, he would be a star player.
I just feel a difference in myself in terms of my actual mood and, day to day. I'm much happier. It's not really a football thing for me, from my perspective. It's just I'm in a better place and try to play my football as well as possible.
Here he comes for Rashford, keeping his feet and winning the game for England.
Yeah, we're not actually going to talk about that man. We're going to talk about that man to another man. Reports suggest Marcus Rashford could be reintegrated back into the Man United squad. This comes after Barcelona decided not to trigger his release clause and instead turned to England's other left winger, Andy Gordon. So, to bring us all the very latest on his future, we've been joined by our chief football correspondent, talkSPORT's answer to J.R. Ewing. It is, of course, the one and only Alex Crook. That's who I thought we were going to... How are you, Crookie?
I'm good. That might be your best ever link. That is award-winning stuff that you did there.
Thanks, man.
Really good.
Thanks. I wish I could say the same about your outfit. What is that today? How would you describe what you've got on? Because people are listening, they can't necessarily see you.
A pair of shorts, a T-shirt and my cowboy hat.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
No, it's fine. Are you all right? You having fun?
I'm good.
You got lost in Central Park.
I got lost in Central Park.
How?
But apart from that...
What do you mean you got lost in it? What happened?
I was trying to find, the bench where they do the Beatles songs?
No.
You got a performer there who's playing Beatles songs.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought that'd be quite cool.
Yeah?
Couldn't find it. And then couldn't find my way out because I wanted to go to the plaza and check out the Home Alone
Surely
Hotel again.
you look up and see, there's buildings over there, I'll walk towards the buildings. Then you get out of Central Park.
You'd have thought so.
Stop having cupboards.
You'd have thought
Yeah.
so.
Do you know what I mean? Just look up.
Did you get out?
I did get
Yeah,
out and I did
that.
find the plaza, so that was all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you having, before we talk all things transfers, are you having fun? Because we hung out with you yesterday. It was a great afternoon.
It was a great day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing Benty on that boat was the highlight. You making me try the world's hottest chicken was the low light, and then we had a great meal with Troy when he finally turned up last night.
Yeah.
A little dig. A free meal, digging you out.
No, it's a free meal, free drinks.
Yeah.
We shall talk about our conversation a bit later on.
There's a lot to talk to you
That
about
was it.
anyway.
I think we should tell everyone about your new nickname. Because Ryan Bryan, by the way, who's behind camera, came up with it. So you, yesterday, for some reason, were wearing a Masters green T-shirt. Why were you doing that?
I was trying to be all American,
Okay.
But who got you that?
Me at Augusta.
And so we decided to call him, or Ryan came up with it. You've heard of Bryson DeChambeau?
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambles.
Yeah.
Because of how he looked. I think it was a bit harsh, don't you?
Based on today, he's carrying that trend on.
It's very harsh considering Ryan wouldn't even be here if I'd not handpicked him to look after me for 6 weeks.
Hold on, you're not...
Oh, my God.
I mean, the options were very, very thin to Is that Ryan Bryan or no one else, isn't it? Right, should we talk all things Marcus Rashford? Reintegrated back into the Man United squad. Now, that does surprise me because I thought there was no way back for him.
I think if either party had their way, there wouldn't be. United want to sell him. Rashford wants to leave. I think he's still got issues with the hierarchy over the way that his departure was handled. Probably more with the hierarchy, actually, than with the previous manager I've heard speaking this morning and finally apologising to Manchester United fans, by the way. About time, Ruben. But anyway, moving back to Rashford.
Are you ad-libbing there?
Still bitter.
A little bit. But on to Rashford. He's on...
mentioned his name, he said last time.
He's on massive money. 325 grand a week there or thereabouts. Barcelona, as you say, have signed Anthony Gordon. Doesn't look like they're going to sign Rashford as well. So I don't think there are clubs queuing up to sign Rashford. So it's almost got to be a sort of uneasy truce that he returns for pre-season after a post-World Cup holiday. I think he'll at least start the season as a Manchester United player. If he is to leave, I think it will happen right at the end of the window. And who knows? If he starts the season, gets in the team, starts well, Michael Carrick may decide to keep him.
Do you know what's a crazy one? It's always going to be difficult because he's made it so clear since he's left that he doesn't want to go back to Manchester United.
Yeah.
He's happy at Barcelona. He's done everything he can to not have to go back. To change his mindset, to go back to I'm 100% committed to Manchester United, I think it's pretty much impossible to.
Well, his mindset's always been the issue. It's never been about ability. It's about attitude and application.
I love looking at Troy when there's a big story because he smiles and I'm like, I need to hear what's happening in your
I
head.
just find it funny because obviously Man United fans love their own players, but when he left, remember, he was very adamant that it's a toxic place. He wasn't part of it. It was all Man United. Now he's going back into it. Now we've got to reintegrate the guy who said it was bad. So what do the other lads think? Because we've been in dressing rooms where guys have left and they think they're not coming back, and then they come back and they've said a lot of things. It's like, oh, one sec, just call myself in here one sec. Let's discuss some of those things you said. So it's not necessarily the football part, but also this guy, I love him to death. But if Rashford scores 2 goals, 2 goals in the first 10 games, he's back.
But that's
he's great. Give him a 5-year deal.
Troy, that's all football fans, right?
No, but he's also the guy that was like, when he's gone, oh, good riddance. So he jumps one way or the other.
I still think it's best for all concerned if he leaves.
Yeah, I also think for Marcus, I said it at the top of the World Cup, this should be the biggest wake-up call and slap in the face to him as well. You went to Barcelona, you did relatively okay. They went, nah. In the current market, was he 35 million? I think?
26.
26 million. They went, no, not for us. Send you back. They then go and get Gordon.
For 70.
Then you go to the England squad. You think you're playing because you've done all right. Then the manager goes, nah, we're getting the same guy, Gordon. So if you now can't go, right, I'm going to show him, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show everyone there's levels between me and this guy, then it's something that's just in you that you can't do. And I think his talent is there. We all know he's talented, but if you can't now be motivated to show everybody that you're the man, unfortunately you're going to find out where you end up, and he'll end up at somewhere like Everton or somewhere like that.
But how many wake-up calls do you need? Because I remember saying the same thing to Adrian Durham the day that he was left out of England's squad for the European Championships 2 years ago.
Well, he has it all the time, but his whole career shows you who he is. Something bad happens, he has a reaction. Does something really well, you reward him, and then he gets.
There's no doubt in his talent, right? We all rate him as a footballer.
Absolutely.
So why? So Bent and I have had a conversation many times about, should Arsenal go for him? He'd be perfect on left. Trossard's got Martinelli.
He wouldn't be able to handle the scrutiny and the pressure that Arteta would put on him. That's been proven. He went to Barcelona where there's a system right in place. They've had Zlatan Ibrahimovic has said, come on board or get lost. They've had top players. He went there where he wasn't able to be, let's say he wasn't able to be the Marcus Rashford, the loud out and going, because that's not how they do it. He started well. What does he do? Turns up late. Not playing again. And you can see it's just his personality. He's one of those people that he needs to be given a little bit of rope, a little bit of latitude. So, okay, you might be late every now and again, or you might want to go out. That ain't happening at Arsenal.
But Benji, if we get to the final, does he start another game for England?
I guess it depends on the situation in terms of the performance of Andy Gordon, because I think that's why he's been given opportunities, because Andy Gordon, to be fair to him, the last game was outstanding against Mexico. But before that, it was a flip of a coin. It was like Rashford or Anthony Gordon. But do you know it could go one of two ways for Rashford? If he came to Arsenal, like I would love him to come to Arsenal, right? Yeah. He'd either buckle down and go, do you know what? I've got an opportunity now at the Premier League champions. If I don't buck my ideas up now, there's no telling where I could end up, as you just said. Yeah. So it does come down to mindset, because the ability's there. When you see him go past people, listen, I'm still not at the level of Marcus Rashford where some people put him. I've never put him up there, but there's no doubt whatsoever, if that Rashford that can turn up, that can go past people, can make things happen, he makes Arsenal better.
Yeah. Does he start for anyone?
Everything better.
Does he start for anyone? Everyone's fit for England. Does he start for anyone here?
No.
No, not for me.
Not in the deeper stages, because he doesn't work hard enough off the ball.
Just quickly, while we got you, Manchester United have made a signing, is that right?
They've agreed a fee, 48 million plus 2 million for Andre Santos at Chelsea, so £50 million. He's been given permission to undergo a medical.
We've all got the same face, we're all wincing.
I find this quite underwhelming. When you talk about a midfield rebuild that United have needed, you've got Edison coming in from Atlanta, might be a good player. Never played in the Premier League though.
Good player.
And Andre Santos, who was by no means a first-team regular for Chelsea, who didn't qualify for any form of Europe. I'm not sure these were the big signings that Manchester United fans were expecting.
I said last year I wanted you to go and get Santos. I think he's talented in terms of he can break play up, gets around. I don't know if he's durable enough in terms of fitness, because he's had issues already. But also, I've had this conversation with you so many times. Why does everyone think that the hierarchy at Man United can get it right?
Yeah.
Why do they think that?
Well, they did okay last summer. The recruitment was good last summer.
It couldn't be any worse.
No.
It couldn't be any worse. And you paid top money for a lot of these players, and now you're going in and getting two midfielders. While they are talented, are unproven, and you're expecting now that it's going to be okay. Like, it's wild.
But they want to kick on. And actually, we've seen this. And obviously, Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe are supposed to be the ones making all the football decisions. But there is a history. The Glazers are willing to spend money to get into the Champions League. And then when United actually get into the Champions League, they tend to pull the rug.
Just a quick one for me, quickly. Are Man United still shopping at the top table?
Well, not based on those two signings, no.
Cookie, you're going to stay with us for the rest of the show, as you are, Troy. When we come back, we will play the VT. We'll find out what happened when you decided to eat chicken.
Not sure I decided.
Not
sure I decided.
Free choice.
I have just seen it. There was a lot of bullying going on. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Oh, says the ex-footballer. Wow. Bullying in its finest tradition. Cookie's taking on the Chicken Inferno Challenge right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT from New York City.
You know management inside out. Tuchel might just be the 1% difference.
He might well be, but what I'm saying
between
is,
winning it and not winning it.
I need to make this really clear. I am not questioning or doing him down. I'm trying to give you a balanced view of how I see management.
Yeah.
He hasn't done it yet. You only ever judged on what you end up winning, not whether you could have won it. Brendan Rodgers, apart from the slip, would have possibly, well, very nearly could have won the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they don't judge him on the fact that if he did win it, he did win it.
Until England do it.
That's all I'm saying. And I want him to win it. I want the country to win the World Cup.
The bottom line is this, and we will never know. If Tuchel had been in charge of England at Wembley that night, in the European final, against Italy, you have ended up winning it.
I was there, by the way. I was there. You know, you
changed it. So Simon's point is right, is it not, Sean?
The whole world is watching. Even the most.
You change it and you lose, right? You didn't know what you're doing.
Change
it and you win. You do know what
you make a decision.
That is the life.
No. You make a decision. We all know you live and die by decisions. But when something's coming on top and the whole world's watching it and going, we need to change something. We need to change something. We need to change something. Okay, we haven't changed something. They've scored. Now we're going to change something. They've scored. Now it's easy to be a Monday night quarterback. We all know that, right? But the bottom line is that my inherent belief is the reasons why there's elite managers and there's the reason why there's good managers. Right?
None of us have ever had a bad game in here. Simple as that. Bad game.
So you're not football
when you're on the sidelines, and you're under pressure.
Oh, he's coming alive now, Mr. Dyke.
That's when the truth is, really.
Tuchel will only be judged by when those moments come.
Yes.
They haven't come against Ghana.
Which is fair. That's exactly fair.
But when they do come, I'm willing to bet you that Tuchel's credentials and the elite gene that I think that he has, which is the reasons why he's managed PSG, Bayern Munich. Yeah, it's a mentality. It's a mentality. Of course, it's a bloody stupid.
I've got a ginger gene.
Well, yeah, you've got many genes, I suspect.
I have flat genes.
Ill-fitting ones, most of them, I suspect, yeah.
Ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Welcome back to the Village People, the World Cup Drive show on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, Troy Deeney, and the leader, Alex Crook. And we're coming to you live from the Sun Studio here in New York City, and still to come, we'll be looking ahead to the business end of the World Cup as the last 8 begin tomorrow. Just quickly, reports suggest Arsenal have made England midfielder Morgan Rogers their #1 target this summer. Back to football in just a moment. Let's get an update from all things Wimbledon. Watching for talkSPORT is Lisa O'Sullivan.
And I'm looking at centre court like I've never seen it before because they are watering it. No more play for the day. A full 5 hours ahead of the finish last night because it's full steam ahead for Arthur Ferry. Only the second wildcard to make it to a Wimbledon men's semi-final. The other, Goran Ivanisevic, went on to take the title 25 years ago. But let's not go full throttle yet. It finished 6-4, 7-6, 6-love against Italy's Flavio Cobolli, who just lost the plot in the centre court heat. It means that Ferry will go on to play the French Open champion Alexander Zverev, who himself was a straight sets winner over Taylor Fritz. In fact, all of the matches today finished in straight sets. Marta Kostyuk beat Jasmine Paolini 6-3, 6-2, and she'll take on the 21-year-old from Czechia, Linda Noskova, who beat Elise Mertens 6-3, 7-5.
Noskova.
Thank you, Lisa. Just before we move on, I'm glad that you two, Troy and Alex, have just seen what I have to deal with day in, day. Do you want to explain to just people?
It's like working with a child.
Thank you.
What happened? The mic broke.
No, you broke the mic. It didn't break itself, did it?
No, I threw the wire, 'cause a lot of wires about.
Honestly.
I pulled it and it came out.
Right, time to hear
Joe's face. All right, Joe.
your shared takes with Burger King. Here we go.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Yes, earlier on in the show we asked you for your voice notes on who the best player at this year's World Cup has been. Let's hear a few of the best ones now.
He's coming on, 100%. And Harry Kane, player of the tournament, Jude just behind him. All the rest of them, Mbappe and average, mate.
Have to give a shout out to Cucurella. Spain haven't conceded yet. He's a constant threat down the left-hand side and a menace. He's delivered in every game.
Lads, I genuinely think the player of the tournament so far is Jordan Pickford. I think he's been absolutely class for England, commanding and not looked shaky at all, even in the earlier games. No, I'm only joking, Troy.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Right, if you've got a shared take of your own, you can voice note us on 03717223344. That's all thanks to the wonderful people at Burger King.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Just quickly, who's your player of the tournament so far? I'll start right down the end with you, Quickie, first.
Player I picked before the tournament, actually, Michael Elise.
Okay. Troy?
Jude Bellingham.
Oh, it's a good pick. And DB?
Kylian Mbappe.
All right.
Yours?
Jordan Pickford, I think. Right, now, as some of you may know, we didn't have a show yesterday, so Team Drive Time took the opportunity to explore some of the best bits of New York, and we managed to find the hottest chicken wings in the city. So, of course, we thought we would ask our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, if he would give it a taste. Let's find out how we got on, shall we? How's it feeling?
Can't feel my tongue.
Pardon? You can't feel you can't feel his tongue, is what you say.
Oh, look, that's the emergency services on the phone. Help me, I'm on fire.
You've eaten a lot of hot food before. Where's this rank?
The hottest thing I've ever tasted.
No way. Because you love a big tasty, don't you?
Oh. Andy, ask you about a transfer story. What's the latest on?
What's the latest on Man United in the transfer world, I think?
Not hot at the moment. Ice cold.
Very good.
Oh, I can't.
How is that?
I can't feel my
Can't feel your tongue, genuinely. How is your tongue now, Cookie?
Just about recovered. Honestly, I used to be a serious journalist till I met you lot.
I don't think you were. I don't think you were. Well done for giving it a go, though. But you did say that's the hottest thing you've ever tasted,
Do you
right?
know, the first little bite,
Yeah.
I thought, I've got this. No problem. And then when you made me eat more, and you
I
basically
asked you, I
made me
didn't
eat a
make you do
whole
it.
chunk of chicken,
Yeah.
I was done.
Can you do things like that, Troy? Or are you a coward as well?
No. I don't mind a bit of spice, but it's not fun. It's not enjoyable.
Well, we were talking about this before. This is a genuine order on the menu, right? People can go in and choose. Who's ordering that? Who's going in saying, I'd like to lose control of my tongue? Very bizarre.
I don't mind a bit of hot food.
Said there, but
yeah. By the way, I've got that DVD at home. You don't like spicy food either, do you?
Yeah, I love spicy food, you know that.
Not that level, you don't.
Well, no, I won't go in and say, can I have the hottest wing? But like, if I go to Nando's...
Would you have tried it? If you were with me, would you have taken it on?
No, because I'm not an idiot. No. So,
do you know what I mean? I like the way when we went back into the bar, the owner came over to him with a big glass of milk.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Get that." Did that help? Does the milk?
The milk was better because at first I was drinking the water and then I was trying to just melt ice cubes on my tongue.
Yeah.
Then I tried Guinness, and in the end it was the milk.
What do you think?
What did Guinness?
Because he thought
I just thought it might make me feel better.
No, he thought if he had 11 pints of them, he'd forget about the troubles that he had. You enjoy your time, mate. The hat, of course, hasn't left your head, but I'm led to believe you nearly lost it today.
Yeah, we did. Getting off the subway at Central Park, as the subway pulled off, obviously there was a big sort of gust of wind, and it flew off my head. I thought it was going to go on the track. I shouted.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I shouted no at the top of my voice, and luckily one of the other commuters saved it for me.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
How'd they save it?
Well, she just went and stopped it getting on the track. She was closer to it than me.
Did you actually shout no?
Yeah, I did.
Like an 8-year-old.
In a really dramatic film style, like, no!
Well, I mean, it's lovely. How are you going to... So are you on our flight to Miami next?
Yeah.
Today, you'll come with us?
Oh, no, tomorrow. We go a day later.
So you're not going to pack that? You're just going to wear it?
Just going to wear
your
it.
lucky hat?
Yeah. And actually, Brian Ryan's got 2 hats. So coming over to here from Dallas, he had to wear both. Because he bought one for his...
one on top of the other?
Bought one for his wife-to-be as well.
Wife-to-be?
Getting married, are you?
Wow.
We didn't know that. She's watching thinking, I didn't know that either. Oh, that's nice. All right, OK, you both staying with us for the last 30 minutes is flying by. The whole World Cup's flying by, right? Because, I'll tell you why I say that, because before it started, we were like 6 weeks, so many teams. I'm looking at it now thinking, it's not enough, but there's not been one day of the World Cup I've thought too much football.
No, and we've only got 7 proper games left because the 3rd and 4th place game doesn't count, doesn't it?
Oh, you've worked out your stat, have you, that you got wrong
But you know,
yesterday?
when you look at the knockout now, I said to you last night, didn't I? It just looks now, here we go, the team's there set, you know who's playing who.
And you know what it looks like as well? Obviously, this is the first time the World Cup's been seeded. We've got the 4 top seeds. They're probably going to end up being the 4 semi-finalists, aren't they?
Yeah, although... We've got time for this? We've got time. There was a bit of controversy in our pub yesterday because you said you didn't want Argentina in the semi-finals. So
No,
you did.
I
You
did.
want.
I was the only one of us
really get
cheering
that.
for Argentina, and I'll stand by it. I just think it will mean more getting to a World Cup final if you've KO'd Messi and Argentina than if you've beaten Egypt or Switzerland. I'd take it either way, but imagine that night in Atlanta, England-Argentina, we banished those goals from France '98.
But have we got more chance of beating... No disrespect.
Not necessarily,
Egypt?
when you look at how Argentina have played in the first 2 knockout games.
Troy, very quiet. What's your view on that?
I'm just letting him talk. He did a lot of talking. There's many other things we should be talking
What
about.
do you want to talk about? I'll tell you what, set it up and then we'll talk about it when we come back. What do you want to talk about?
I would love to talk about the manager discussion we had yesterday
night.
where people were throwing all sorts of names in the hat to be better than Michael Carrick. And it got a little bit offensive is what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Kim McKenna, legend.
Who's throwing those names out there? Who are the culprits?
Benty and producer
Joe.
So my daughter nearly fell asleep, didn't she?
She actually did, yeah, but that was because she spent the day with you, so...
Should we discuss that when we come back?
I think so.
OK, there you go. That's what we're doing right after this. See you in a couple of minutes.
I can't believe they're moaning about losing.
No, you're right.
They're moaning about the decisions, and I've seen all the interviews after the game.
Right.
And can someone remind them that they were winning 2-0? Like, you've only got
what is their? I mean, the goal that wasn't given, and it was at 1-0 at the time. What an unbelievable goal! It was one of the best goals you'll see in the World Cup. Team goal down that right hand side, and I think who was it that was fouled? Was it Martinez that was fouled? I can't remember.
It was over in the far corner.
It was in the far corner. Anyway, whoever it was, right? He does step on his toes.
Do you think you should go back to it?
I think the fact that Argentina didn't actually regain possession of the ball and it was a continuous attack, I think on that occasion, I think it's fair. I think it's a foul.
I know, but like so much has to happen.
Yeah, but
still so much has to happen. He skipped past 3 Argentina players. Like
nutmegged
one of them, and you kind of look at it and go, hold on a minute, right? All right, that is a foul over in the corner, but he's run the length of the pitch, skipped past 3 Argentina players who can't make a tackle, and then they put one across the box and they score, and you go, hold on a minute, you've had 3 opportunities to win the ball back.
Yeah, they have. It was
and so how much advantage do you want?
Well, there's no law.
Maybe if you skip 1 tackle, but he's run the length of the pitch.
Right,
yeah, come on. I don't hear how that's fair.
Do you know what?
I have got an issue with it.
Do you know what? I absolutely hear you loud and clear, but we both agree it's a foul.
Yeah, okay, but then Argentina might as well just stop playing.
Yeah, well, you can't because the foul's not given.
I know, but if they believe it's a foul and the VAR are going to go all the way back to it, Argentina might as well just stop and go. I don't know. Can't score. It don't matter because it's going to go back. He's gone past 3 players.
Unbelievable run. That's one of the best goals that's never going to stand in the World Cup. Can't think of any more.
What is the World Cup's most controversial moment? Hurst's goal, which definitely was a goal. Zidane's headbutt, Ronaldo's hell scare in '98. Nah, it's obviously Maradona's hand of God. Mexico City, 1986. England are set to take on Argentina in the World Cup quarter-finals. Both sides have won their group, and both are well fancied to lift the trophy. This game means more. Just 4 years on from the end of the Falklands War, and the hatchet has very much not been buried. It's a physical match, with Diego Maradona taking the brunt of a strong-handed approach from England's defenders. Despite a few early chances from England, Argentina are well on top, but luckily for the Three Lions, Peter Shilton's having a good day between the sticks. At half-time, it's goalless. 6 minutes after the break, the ball was played to the edge of the area. Steve Hodge sliced his clearance, wheeled away in celebration, urging his teammates to join him, while the England team was furiously surrounding referee Ali bin Nasser of Tunisia. Even decades later, Peter Shilton hadn't forgiven Maradona. Argentina won 2-1 and went on to lift the World Cup trophy. I mean, without the hand of God, we might never have got the song Three Lions. But we'd have another World Cup.
Welcome back. You're listening to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. I'm surrounded by superstars in Darren Bent and Troy Deeney and Alex Cook is here as well. We're live from New York City. For us, it's 7. The superstar is Adrian Durham brings us kick-off live from Miami. He'll be joined by Jim Proudfoot and former England captain Stuart Pearce. Now, last night, we were very kindly taken out to dinner by Troy Deeney. We all sat there afterwards having a little chat, and obviously things turned to football. Then it got a bit heated, because many people in the room were having their say on Michael Carrick and where he ranks amongst this season's Premier League managers. Now, Troy, the conversation really started, or the discussion or argument, was when we were talking about Michael Carrick, and then producer Joe, who's a diehard Ipswich fan, said Kieran McKenna is a better manager. And that's really where it all began, right?
It's where it all went downhill very, very quickly. I would say instigated by Mr. Bent.
Yeah.
He
look at his smile. Look, he
tried his best to just antagonise, but it got to a point where people were making ludicrous statements. That's what I'm going to say. So the one that really irked me was Gary O'Neill is better than Michael Carrick.
And Benny, you stood by that one, right?
Yeah, I'll stand by that.
Okay, just explain to everyone watching and listening with their mouth open why Gary O'Neill is a better manager than Michael Carrick. He took Man United to third.
No, we'll go back from that. We'll go back.
Okay.
Because first of all, the discussion started with Kieran McKenna. Right.
Troy's just asked you a question.
No, but I can understand that. But I'll get to that. But with the McKenna one, we were talking about what he's done in totality for Ipswich, which is 3 promotions in 4 years, which is crazy. Michael Carrick has done...
And a demotion.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But Michael Carrick took over in... When was it? Let me get my notes out here. In October for Middlesbrough.
He's never done those,
right?
Show, has he? Ever.
Right? It got them to 4th.
Why are you holding me? That's like a power move, that is.
When they were 21st, right?
Yeah.
Since then, 8th and 10th. Right? So when he was at Middlesbrough, 8th and 10th.
Right.
He let Rob Edwards take Luton to the Premier League and go past him.
Right.
McKenna's had 3 promotions in 4 years.
Troy, man, don't look at me, Troy.
Carrick hasn't done that.
Yep.
Now, what Carrick has done at Manchester United by getting them 3rd is crazy. It's brilliant, fantastic. But it's a bit different when you're managing once a week. No Champions League, no other competition. So, yes, what he's done at Man United
McKenna
is
was
good.
only managing once a week when they got relegated by October.
Well, if you know the Championship football, you don't play just once a week.
No, in the Premier League.
Okay, I understand that. The relegation, but 3 promotions in 4 years is still something. He's achieved more in his career than Michael Carrick has done so far.
Going back to Gary O'Neill.
Yeah. But
that's where you
Gary
lost
O'Neill
me.
Let Troy speak.
That's where you lost me.
Okay.
So, come on, help me out.
No, so even with Gary O'Neill, what he did at Bournemouth, and it was a little bit harsh on him, but it makes sense now because he lost his job to Andoni Iraola, who's taken them to another level. I understand that. But still, he did a great job at Wolves. Limited budget. When people kept coming to him and going, give me Neto.
Troy, you look confused with that
Great
statement.
job at Wolves.
Hey, how many players did they take from him? They took all his best players. Give me Cunha.
Would you say great? Would you say great?
You don't know, let me take your 5 best players and you tell me if you could still survive.
But they didn't survive.
No, he obviously left, but he lost all his best players.
But he also lost the dressing room because he gave Cunha everything that he wanted and lost the whole rest of the room.
Yeah,
so,
there's that.
Yeah, and then also he goes to Strasbourg, who are pretty decent.
Yeah, good
and
stuff.
then where did they finish?
If I'm honest, my league. Yeah, it wasn't really.
So
working
they
my,
finished 6th in the league and then lost in the finals, right, of the cups. So great, 1-0. But they were doing all right, and they finished a little bit lower than where it was.
The McKenna one.
McKenna.
Can you understand where we come from with that argument?
I could understand that. I wasn't getting involved in that. But when it started throwing in them shouts, it just went left.
I find this Colton McKenna quite baffling. I've got to be like, listen, obviously he's gotten promoted twice, fantastic. But they were really bad in the Premier League, and he spent an awful lot of money. And one of the things that producer Joe threw at me last night was he gave 16 players who were playing in League One Premier League debuts. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? Because they clearly weren't good enough. And you go back to Bournemouth. Eddie Howe did similar. They went from League One into the Premier League.
No.
League One to the Premier League. And he gave people like Simon Francis, Steve Cook, Charlie Daniels, Callum Wilson. The list is endless. And he actually turned them from League One players into Premier League players. McKenna didn't do that because they were caught floundering.
Okay, so where
and they didn't exactly tear up the Championship last season with a massive budget and a squad of supposedly Premier League players. I don't get the McKenna cult. I don't understand it.
But where are you putting Carrick in this? Because we made a discussion again that he's not top 10 in the Premier League.
Well, no, you made that discussion.
We were on the floor laughing.
Well, the league table says he finished 3rd last season, so therefore he is in the top 10.
Right now.
So by your kind of metric, Arteta finished above Pep. Is he better than Pep? He's obviously not.
He was better than Pep last season.
Is he a better manager?
He was better than Pep last season.
No. Is he better than Pep?
Not over the body of his career.
That's my point. You can't just go because he finished 3rd, he's the 3rd best, because he's clearly not. He's not better.
You can only judge Michael Owen on what he's done so far. Michael Carrick on what he's done so far at Man United. He's been in charge for less of the season, and in that time he's got them 3rd. That's all the track record he's got.
That's fantastic.
And he beat everybody.
Can you just give us a rundown of the list of the names that started getting thrown in?
Managers. By the way, kids, if you're watching this, is prime examples why you shouldn't have a drink. Managers you said were better than Michael Carrick: O'Neill, McKenna, Rob Edwards, Regis Labrie, Sean Dyche, and Keith Andrews.
Regis Labrie took Sunderland out of the Championship, which Carrick couldn't do.
Oh, sorry. Also, you did say, producer Joe said, that Regis Labrie wasn't as good as Kieran McKenna.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we'll go back to the
No.
Yeah. And they finished what, top 8 in the Prem? Yeah. Carrick couldn't get Middlesbrough promoted out the.
Do you know what? I think you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be.
Oh, this is good.
Why is that?
You should be advocating a young English manager, a former teammate of yours with England. I know you didn't play from there very much, but a former teammate of yours with England, who's at one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club in the world, and he's successful. And you're trying to shoot him down.
No, listen.
I love Regis Labrie.
I love. My point is.
No, I think you're out of order.
Oh, so Middlesbrough, did Carrick get them promoted, yes or no?
No, but they sold his star striker halfway through one of the seasons when they were in with the chance of promotion.
I told you about Gary Neal losing all his best players.
I was with you until that bit. I killed you on that last night. Yes, they sold their star striker, but then they bought in a striker for the Prem and the second top goal scorer in the Championship in Morgan Whittaker, and still didn't go up. So we kind of lose his argument in that case. I was with you until that part.
It was his first season when they sold Latte Lat. His first full season when they sold Latte Lat halfway through the season.
Anyway, he was stinky.
And going on your list of managers that are better or worse, is McKenna better or worse than Regis Labrie?
I think the job that Regis Labrie did in the Premier League is more impressive.
Who's a better manager?
But I think if you ever look in totality...
Yeah, I don't. Who's a better manager?
Kieran McKenna.
McKenna's better than Regis Labrie?
Yeah.
Is McKenna better than... Is it better?
Why do you want McKenna? You didn't want to do it. Keep going down your list.
Is he better than Keith Andrews?
Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
How can, I don't understand how they can be. You look at him in the Premier League, where all these managers have finished top 10, and he was worse. He got his team, he didn't even stay up, they got relegated. How is he better?
I just think the job he's done has been incredible since he got to Ipswich.
But Ipswich were too big a club for League One anyway.
Yeah, it happens to the best of the teams get relegated.
Take a little step back because he's got angry. He's getting really angry. I feel like he's eating that chicken again. He's all over the place. But so you're just saying there he should want Carrick to do well because he's a young English manager.
We should all be advocating. There's not enough English managers in the Premier League.
I agree, but you also are, as you said earlier, journalists and ex-players. You're supposed to call it as you see it.
Yeah.
So just because he's English doesn't mean he's great.
You can't call him out based on what he did in the second half of the season.
But you can't call him out in his totality. That's what he's doing. He's talking about what he did at Middlesbrough, which wasn't great.
I think he did okay at Borough. I think he did okay.
Okay.
I think he did okay.
He didn't get promoted. Regis Labrie done it for season 1.
And Middlesbrough had a bigger budget.
Come on, no, talk to Troy now. Yeah, you're stuck. Talk to Troy.
You mentioned it. When he took over 21st to 4th.
Yeah.
Not too
and then lost
that.
to Coventry in the playoffs. Rob Edwards went to Luton, season 1, bang, promoted.
Where's Rob Edwards now? No, I love Rob, by the way. I love Rob.
Let me bring this back to the World Cup.
Yes.
Right? And our manager, Thomas Tuchel. Did anyone have doubts at how good he'd be before the World Cup?
A little bit.
Has he changed your mind?
Yeah.
What's made you change his mind?
I thought we were quite underwhelming in qualifying. I didn't think the performance was very good.
Yeah.
I think his in-game management, the way he's used those tactical timeouts, the hydration breaks, I think he's proved to be a class act, and I think that is going to set England apart in this tournament.
Okay. Troy, you're not too sure?
No, I'm still undecided. I don't think we talk about like these changes. The changes are exactly the same because of the player profile that is taken. So if you take Rashford off and put Gordon on, it's a like for like. Do you get what I mean? A lot of the player changes we've done. Obviously, the changes he had to make against Mexico were enforced because of the red card. So I don't.
But they worked, though, didn't they? I mean, we all thought watching that he'd gone too early with a back five.
Yeah, one of the big criticisms we had with Southgate, he just couldn't get us over the line. He wouldn't make those in-game.
Yeah. And again, ultimately, I think the game so far, Southgate still would have got us through these ones. I really do.
Yeah. Mexico, 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, I really do. I really do think we would have.
No,
but again, we don't know, right? It's coulda, woulda, shoulda. So he took us to a certain point. I don't think we've been dominating in any game. I don't think there's been one game where we've controlled the game. We've had one half against Croatia, the second half, but we haven't controlled the game yet. We haven't dominated a game yet. And we haven't played against any team that we would turn around and go, OK, they're well beat us. So I'm still undecided. I'll be happy to, at the end of the tournament, go, yes, I was wrong.
Does it matter? If we get over the line against Norway, we get over the line against Argentina.
If you ultimately win it, then no one's going to care. Very similar against something to make about Arsenal, but no one really cares, do they? But the second part to it is, and this is where I get really annoyed, is I'm not the one who said it's going to be front-footed football. He and the FA told us that. I'm not the one who said we're going to go there and we're bringing this guy in to win. He did. So I'm allowed to judge off the standards that they set.
But it has been more exciting. The Croatia game was more exciting. The Mexico game was more exciting than what we've seen under Gareth Southgate.
So we played 5 and you mentioned 2.
In the Congo,
how was the Congo game?
In the Congo game, they were terrible for the first half, but they still went chasing it and got the job done in the second.
But we should be dominating.
Let me ask you this, Troy. Troy, not that it's relevant, but I'm curious. Who would your England manager be?
Michael Carrick.
No, I would.
Don't say Kieran McKenna.
No.
Who would it be?
If it was up to me, I would have went Eddie Howe just because he's English. But again, when we had this conversation, you'll remember this, when it was a choice between Eddie Howe before winning with Newcastle and Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, with what we're going for, you want to go down the route of someone who's already won it before.
What were you going to say when he said Eddie Howe?
When we used to do our show together on a Friday, whenever I used to defend
exactly
Eddie Howe, he used to wade in on me.
Because you know what he does?
Protecting my South Coast mate.
Look, do you know what he does? When it's his mates, Oh my God! Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Couldn't question anything. Eddie Howe, perfect example. Last season, right? They get rid of the director of football.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's in charge of everyone they're bringing in. He's got no one to help him. What's he supposed to do? And it's like, but you said no one was getting it before. Now he's in charge. No, it's not him. He's meant to be a football coach. So it's because he changes every 2 minutes. That's why. But I would love it to be an English person who's in charge. I think we are in a position where we're the greatest. Football is based on us, right? The Premier League, everyone's there. I still want it to be English. Maybe I'm a bit too patriotic, but I also am allowed to say, you told me it's going to be front-footed football, and I haven't seen that yet.
We're going to have a quick break. We'll talk more on that when we come back. And, of course, we will get the boys' final views on the big game. It's England against Norway. It's live on talkSPORT on Saturday night. Of course, the winners go into the last four. What's that?
He's got close. I think he was going to do Benty.
More from the four right after this.
The Egyptians afterwards were shouting "fix."
No.
Not for me.
I was confused, all the outrage.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 2 fouls that they're saying weren't given. I don't think they were fouls.
No, I didn't.
McAllister on the edge, and then the Salah one. I didn't think they were both fouls. I feel like the Sandro Martinez, there was 2 fouls. There was a shirt pull, but it was more for me. If you look at it closely, it gets caught on his right, like sort of Achilles.
Yeah,
so there was like 2 fouls on Sandro Martinez.
From a footballing perspective, you didn't want that Egyptian goal to be ruled out because it was brilliant. But I saw why it was. I thought the McAllister, contact was fleeting with the Egyptian inside the box. Was nowhere near the ball either.
Salah either.
And Salah was
like
Salah was looking for it.
Exactly.
Don't blame him, but I thought he was looking for it. And Egypt should look at themselves. They're 2-0 up. Yeah. They're 11 or 12 minutes away. Well, a bit more than that with added time. They had an unbelievable opportunity.
Yeah.
And they just...
You've got to hang on, haven't you?
Grasp it.
I'm sorry, though, Jeff. Watching the game, mate, this is the difference when people try and compare Messi and Ronaldo. It's not about Ronaldo, but in one of his quietest games, he still turns up, Lionel Messi. Yeah. Very quiet first half. When his country, his nation needs him, forget about the penalty miss. Anyone can miss penalties. He turned up, gets on the ball, gets the first assist for Romero. And then if you look at the second goal, Jeff, he's literally, I've seen the close-up clip, he's screaming for the ball, give it me, crosses one, blocked, crosses it again. And that finish, do you know how hard that finish is, Jeff? That is not an easy finish. To keep that down, to even relax and not just come sprinting forward like most players were. Honestly, this guy, no words for him. And even forget the goal and assist. How many little runs did he have second half where he's like, okay.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Welcome back to the last section of our World Cup drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Alex Crook and Troy Deeney alongside. We are live from New York City. Follow us at 7. The GOAT, Adrian Durham. He hosts kick-off live from Miami. He'll be alongside Stuart Pearce, Jim Proudfoot as they build up to England's quarter-final against Norway on Saturday live on talkSPORT. And a reminder, we fly to Miami tonight, actually. We'll be there for tomorrow's drive time show ahead of Saturday's game. Right, time now to slide into game day with Burger King.
Sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Right, we have reached the last day, the quarter-final stage of the World Cup, so we thought we would try and predict how they're going to end up. Well, I'm not going to do that. You three are. So tomorrow live on talkSPORT, France against Morocco. Let's start with you, Crookie. Have you been surprised with Morocco's form going into this tournament?
No, not really, because of what they did 4 years ago. I don't think you can really call them a dark horse anymore, and I think they're 30-odd games unbeaten competitively. So this is a test for France. It didn't exactly tear up any trees against Paraguay. I think they'll be better in this game, and I think ultimately they'll go through. They're still my favourites to win it, but it's going to be tough. It might go extra time.
You agree with all that, Troy?
No, I actually don't. I think Morocco have been great, but I think they'll get found out against France because Morocco play one way, which is on the front foot, try to show what they've been building for their U20s, U17s have all won. They're all trying to build for the future. So I think that plays into France's hands. I really do. I don't think Hakimi's all of a sudden just going to start playing like a holding right back. He's got to keep going. And when you start opening up those flanks for the players that they've got, I think you're in big trouble. So France, 3-1 for me.
Benji?
Yeah, France, I've picked them. I think they've looked the best side. Even the Paraguay game, I don't think Paraguay turned up trying to play football. They just tried to just stop France anywhere they could. But I think once this game will be different, and again, as Troy was saying there, when you leave gaps with the likes of Elise, Dembele, Mbappe, they just look like they're unstoppable going for Barcola as well. I just think, sorry for everyone there listening, I think France win this one as well. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1.
Yeah, there was a big loud bang. Apologies, but Troy dropped his wallet. Friday, we'll come back to you, Crookie. Spain against Belgium. I think everyone is surprised with the aging squad Belgium have got, just how far they've got in this competition. Is it the end of the road for them on Friday?
Yeah, almost certainly. I mean, it should have been the end of the road against Senegal, but from a mistake by their goalkeeper that turned that tie. Played well against the US, but the US didn't really turn up. Spain yet to concede a goal. I think they'll go through. I think they'll go through quite comfortably.
Okay. Same for you,
Yeah,
Troy?
same. I think we're all going to be saying that. I think Spain just dominate the ball, and unfortunately, Belgium just don't have that quality of squad anymore. So playing the US was one thing, but playing Spain's completely different.
I'm curious, if we see a match where Argentina take on Spain, who's favourites?
Spain.
You all agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Troy? You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll come back to that. But we all see a Spanish victory, right?
Yeah.
Let's leave England to last, because on Saturday, the day after... Oh, no, the same day as England, Argentina take on Switzerland. I think that's Sunday, is that right? It says Saturday. Is that Sunday?
I was confused. I thought they were 4 in 4 days, but then people were telling me there were 2 on Saturday.
England's are the same day.
Oh, it's 2... Oh, so it's UK time.
So that's the last 2-game day of the tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 a.m, yeah. Argentina against Switzerland.
Tough game, that.
Now,
is it?
Yeah, I think so. Do you know why? Because Switzerland, they're so kind of regimented in what they do. Like, I don't think they can necessarily hurt Argentina, but tactically, I think they'll make it difficult. I mean, the game against Colombia yesterday was quite a tough one, but again, with Argentina, I just think at some point you're going to open up, and I think that's when Messi will do his. I think they'll beat Switzerland, but I don't think it'll be a foregone conclusion like people think.
Troy, often when we talk about great players, it's if you cut the supply off, you cut the team off. Can you cut the supply off to Messi? Can you stop him?
The talent's just too good throughout the team. So, but I don't actually see this. I think Switzerland have been good. They're always solid and organised. But I think at this point we're just going to see the quality.
Yeah.
And the teams with quality will break them down. I think Argentina had that nice scare. Now they've won. It's a nice scare. It's like, we need to be right at it. And I think Switzerland will fall short. I'm seeing a comfortable 2-goal victory in that one.
Crookie, you the same?
Yeah, I don't see where the Swiss match winners are, and I don't think they're quite good enough to stop Messi and Argentina scoring.
Okay. Just a quick word about England. We haven't spoken about them in this section. We all see an England victory, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Do you know, I do see a lot of goals, you know, because I personally don't think England can keep Norway. They can't keep a clean sheet. I can't, with Haaland up top, I just can't see it, because we spoke about it before. He doesn't need many touches.
No.
And that's the problem we've got. And again, I think Troy alluded to earlier, England will have the ball, majority of the ball, which means they're squeezing up the pitch to try and play in Norway's half. You leave that space in behind, There's no Kyle Walker there. No one's catching him.
Do you do anything different to the back line of England for this game with Haaland?
We have to go with a new right back.
Okay. Depending on who. When you say a new one, you mean
because he got sent off, so you can't.
Oh, I thought you meant Reece James. Whether or not he's going to be back.
I don't think Reece James could be coming in that game. I said it a little bit earlier. I think with Noosa, the way he's so direct, so quick, I think a 60% fit Reece James will ultimately just break down with that soft tissue injury. So I think you said earlier, put Konza out there. I actually don't like Konza being out there personally. I think the two of them have got a real good understanding in Gahey and Konza.
You wouldn't bring Stones in?
I would like to keep those two in, but ultimately, I don't trust Jed Spence as well. So
I don't think he's fully fit either, Jed Spence.
It's the lesser of two evils, isn't it? Having John Stones in there. I think when John Stones came on, you saw the organisation, the calm, level head that he brought to it. So maybe it is Konza at right back.
Okay, and on the right hand side for England, it's going to be Saka if he's fit, right?
Yeah. I don't think he'll change much going forward. Gordon will start, Saka will start, Bellingham in the 10, obviously Kane up front. The two midfielders.
This team's only going to go as far as Jude Bellingham takes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, but we all think England will win?
I think Norway have had their moment.
Okay, so that's a yes.
So
you agree with me? Good.
I just think emotionally they might struggle to go again, Norway. I might be wrong.
That game, of course, as all of them, live on talkSPORT. That was a look at some of the day's key talking points, all thanks to Burger King.
Sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Yes, Q. You've been listening to World Cup Drive here in New York. Boys, you've all been wonderful. Thanks for that. Big thanks to Troy Deeney, to Alex Crook, also rapper AJ Tracy, who joined us earlier on in the show. We've got a busy night. Whilst you're going to bed, we're going to head down to Miami. Yeah, feel sorry for us. We're going to join you from 4 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have a whole host of huge, great guests alongside us, including Stuart Pearce and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Will be on our show to name but two. That's Driving Miami as we bring you all the build-up to England v Norway over the next few days. Crookie, say goodnight.
Good night.
Troy, good night to you.
Later,
DB. I'll see you on the plane at the airport. Yeah.
That's about the end.
Off to Miami we are. Well, handshake went wrong. What an awful way to end the show. Say we talkSPORT. Loads more big name guests coming up. We'll see you live from Miami tomorrow. GMT BST 4 p.m. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
I do like a big tasty.
Rate your free wind-up merchants on talkSPORT. Who are the top three? I would say you've now took the crown. It used to be Durham.
Right.
Durham was the wind-up merchant king of talkSPORT, wasn't he? You are now number one. You do realise that, right?
I don't wind people up.
What do you mean?
Okay, what have I done recently?
You wore a Mexican outfit and done